One. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Prostreet Talk Podcast. This is the official automotive podcast of the Melbourne car scene. Now, beside myself and Anthony, we have our guests for this episode. We've got the Hackshop Garage boys. Thank you for jumping on.
No worries, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So for those that don't watch
you had
Hackshop,
us, we're in your...
Sorry, welcome to Hackshop.
Yeah, welcome to Hackshop, welcome to the garage.
we're here. It feels different being here than seeing it on YouTube. So, and for those playing at home, we've got Michael and Nathan. So if you haven't watched Hackshop before, check them out on YouTube. And
Make sure you like, subscribe,
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Take it away. It looks like you're hosting the podcast.
So Michael,
Thanks for coming on. I do actually watch these guys, and it was funny. First thing I said when I walked into the shed, it seems different being here. It was weird. So let's run the clock right back. How did you guys meet, and how did this all come about?
you can start.
Yeah, well, it's a funny story. Like, a lot of people assume that me and Nathan have been best mates. Like, we grew up like that because I guess we do this together. We've been doing it for so long, but it's not actually the case. I actually hate the guy. No, he was actually my brother's best mate and still is my brother's best mate. He's obviously mine now, but that's how I met Nathan, through my brother. And I don't know how long I've known you for. How long would we have known each other? 10, 15 years?
So I met his brother at a debutante ball. When do you do that? Year 9? Year 10?
like year 9, year 10,
Yeah, year
something
9, year
like
10.
that.
Yeah, so geez, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Did he ask you to be his partner?
He did,
or?
yeah. So we were the first gay people.
Going strong.
No, so he came
You
up
give
to
us
me.
Ford owners a bad rep.
The audio's just peaking right now because everyone's just laughing.
So I met him through my dad dropped me off, and Dad dropped me off in his dual cab 60 series at the time.
Yeah.
That had a 5-litre swap, and Daniel was like, "Oh, is that your dad, Tin Man? I did the stickers on that
So
car."
your dad already had this business at this time?
Dad's been doing he's been doing Tin Man for. Geez, you're really jump cutting here.
I'm really... No, it's really how you got into the scene and how you each other met. So it's on topic, but like, say for example, I know obviously what your dad does in terms of work, but
What's
I don't
he
know
do?
how long he's done his Tin Man fabrication.
What's he actually do?
Chops up 4x4s and does trade conversions and stuff.
So yeah, he's been Tin Man for like 25, 30 years now, more probably. Yeah.
He actually chopped... we're jumping now. So my cousin had a GU TD. It was 03. Plates on it were Chop It. And he actually chopped it for him. It was one of the best chops that I've ever seen.
Yeah,
So,
that's good to hear.
I was really impressed by it.
Geez, we're jumping into the patrol talk really
straight
quick.
away,
We're straight into it.
Back
So I
to
drove
the
his
cruises.
car to that, but right now, and it was amazing.
Yes. So you're putting a TD in the GQ now?
Yeah, I drove his car, and I think I just have to do it now. Hey, because right now we're building a space cab GQ. So Dad's done the chop. We've used a factory GQ. I don't know why I keep talking to the camera. I guess we're used to it. We're using a factory GQ Ute rear wall and crafted that onto the back with a 250mm cab.
And not just the normal factory GU wall. It's the one that's got the extra little dick bit on the end of it.
Yeah, it's a bubble. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a full
Double
bubble
bubble,
wall.
yeah.
Double bubble.
You've lost me here.
Full bubble wall.
Yeah.
So
Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up and listen.
So that's currently one of our 4 projects going
We've got
on.
too many on the go at the minute.
We've got way too many going on. Michael's trying to build Australia's best 253.
Oh, hey, don't say best. I'm trying to build...
Hang on, but I didn't say horsepower. I said best.
One of the most unique 253s.
Yes.
Don't say best.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of great... Have you seen the 253 Burnout car? The Escort? Shannon's?
Yeah, but I didn't go horsepower though.
Yeah, well.
I went best. Like just best. like not going most horsepower, most torque.
not gonna be the
I
most
just said best.
Where were we again? Not patrol.
Anyway, so
how do we meet?
So anyway, I had a Fairlane. My Fairlane was my second car. I had a VS Stator as the first car that Dad gave me, and I was like,
And
I
your dad had an 86.
really hate this car. And he said, "All right, well then buy something whatever you want." So I bought Fairlane. Daily that as it was for 3 years went on. I don't know, a different set of wheels a week. Michael knows. Michael helped me wire the sub in that car as well.
Years
But
and years
anyway, I just decided, I think I've split up with a girlfriend at the time, and I was like, hell yeah. I sold my 351 Cleveland that I had for my XE, because I bought the XE when I was 16. I sold that and I turboed the Fairlane. And then I daily turboed, driven that for 2-3 years. And then I blew it up, and then I approached Michael, because I knew Michael rebuilt the TD in his Patrol. I just seen his and I
So
said
you've
to
done
Michael, I
one
was like, oh, and the 5 litre in your...
Yeah, I built a few engines at the time.
Yeah, the 5 litre in his
built
Patrol
that.
as well. Yeah,
Built
you built a few. So I approached Michael, completely skipped past his brother, and I just went, do you want to help me rebuild the engine in my car? I want to do drag challenge. And he just said, let's film it, because he already started Hackshop, which we'll get Michael to touch on that. And then he was just like, let's film it.
And at this point, were you just into cars because of like being around him, or you were like,
man, we were into cars since
dad
dad.
Because your dad's obviously had stuff growing up.
Both of our dads were just into cars. It was a new car a week, you know.
Right.
Still is. Yeah, he hasn't changed. But and then we rebuilt. Michael said, he's like, if we're going to commit to doing this, we're going to commit to doing it fully. And then Michael spent way too long on the first episode editing it. And
for a 6-minute episode.
Yeah, for a 6-minute episode. What did you do, like 2 days on it?
Oh, something
3
like
days?
that, yeah. Because I didn't have to do anything. I'd never edited before, ever.
Yeah. And then we just would... It was so gung-ho, wasn't it? It was like, okay, every Thursday we're releasing, and it's going to be like a home and away episode. Top quality. That's how I always commit to it. You know, like someone dying each week, you know?
That would be...
So typically you'll film on a Monday and then go post on Thursday.
So, geez, you can explain.
Yeah, it's probably not
you can
too
explain
far
our
off that.
life for a
Or
while
just
until it changed.
Yeah, so...
But that was how it started, at least.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, we pretty much are running week to week. We don't have episodes in the bank like most professional guys would. We try to, but we never seem to get there.
Yeah.
Things get held up. Like sometimes you miss weeks because we just don't have anything filmed, because sometimes, you know, we still work full-time jobs. Sometimes with my roster or Nathan's workload, we can't commit to be able to, you know, film a day here, and then there's a day of editing after that as well too, before we can get the episode out on the Thursday.
Of course. Yeah.
So it's as best we can. We try and release every Thursday, and that was purely just because at the beginning, we thought, well, you know, Hackshop didn't start as something that we expected. We wanted to do Hackshop, we want to do YouTube, we want to be YouTubers. It started as something that when Nathan came to me and said he wants to build a Fairlane, you know, the reason why I said I want to film it was I started the in Instagram when I was building this shed.
Yep.
About a year before that, because when I was going to build this shed, I was looking at a lot of other Instagrams, YouTube, stuff like that, trying to get ideas on what I wanted to put into my shed and how I was going to do it. So when it came time to me building this, because I knew what I wanted, and it wanted to be pretty, like for a backyard shed, I'll admit this is kind of fairly extravagant for most backyard sheds, you know.
Size of me fucking house.
Yeah, I mean...
It's the size of my house.
Like you've seen, like the block that it's on,
Sorry.
as you can see. Yeah. The block that it's on, as you can see, it's not a huge block, it's just a residential block. So I thought, you know...
You've made it work with the space you've got.
Yeah, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'll start an Instagram and see if I can help people that I was once trying to do. And then it was just before COVID when Nath came to me and said, I want to do DC. And it was only like 6 weeks out of DC. And I had nothing to do back then. Life was a bit quieter, you know, whatever. So I'm like, I want to do YouTube. I just want to do it for the fun of it, just to get some creativity going. And that's when I said, let's film it and we'll put it on YouTube and see if anyone watches. Didn't expect anyone would watch, didn't really care. It was just for something to do. And then it sort of went from there.
And
then
exploded.
it was not even so much the filming side of things on YouTube. It's just that we had fun doing it.
Yeah.
It was like, this is really fun. Let's keep doing this. And if we're doing it, let's try and do it every week so that because the thing that we would find if you didn't, if I know me personally, and I think Nate's the same, if you don't have a deadline to meet, it's really easy to go, we'll get to it next week. We'll do it the week after
And you
that.
just push it on, push it on.
But if we gave ourselves, I want to release every Thursday, then at least we've got a deadline to meet. We've got a bit of pressure. It actually makes you get in there and do it. So
if you're releasing an episode every Thursday, you're pretty much filming every weekend.
yeah.
Because if you don't have any in the bank...
So I can touch on this.
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
So I was full-time at a company. Michael is obviously full-time still and still is. But we were working every weekend on cars. And we really didn't really have a life.
Yeah,
it was Saturday, working on cars. And if we had to, Sunday.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, life kind of hit us in the face a little bit for a while. I think we both kind of...
About the 3-year mark. We
Yeah.
did that for about 3 years.
Yeah, and then it was like, Jesus, this is really, you know, are we committing to this? I think, well, every year we'd go, we still going?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. Do we still love it? Yeah. All right, well, let's keep going. And then, you know, I sort of floated the idea of starting my own business. And then we went ahead for that almost 3 years ago now. And then, so what I will do is I will take a day off. Michael's got a roster 4 on 4 off.
Yep.
And I will just make sure I blank out a day to film Hackshop. We got our weekends back.
Yeah, so that way we try and film one day during the week so that we have our weekends back, so Nathan has his freedom back again, because I work a rotating roster, so it just keeps changing. And then, that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to get Nathan into his own business, so we could have that flexibility to work around filming and that.
But also,
and
in
get a
turn,
social life.
how much better is it having your own business?
Oh, honestly, it was the best thing I ever done. I was done working for someone.
Yeah.
Absolutely done working for someone.
It's a nice feeling when you go and you take that leap and then you look back and it's paid off.
Oh, look, you know, like people say you won't see the payoff for 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years. You know, I'm still busting my ass, but, you know, I still haven't had to close doors yet. But, you know...
and the work just still keeps coming?
No, the work still keeps coming. And word of mouth is the best.
100%.
So that's your graphic design business that we're talking about?
Yeah,
Just
so...
to elaborate?
So I run Camo's Custom Graphics. We do vehicle wraps, paint protection, PPF, custom decals and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Michael, I want to dive a bit more personal into your personal life for
Absolutely.
your followers and all that as well. What got you into cars? Was it dad? Or...
Yeah, it was pretty much
Yep.
Dad. Dad was much the same, much like Nathan's dad. Like,
Yep.
probably not as enthusiastic as Nathan's dad was in his later years, but when he was younger,
Yep.
he was really into his cars, like Holdens and Fords, everything, pretty much anything. And pretty much, like, he's a mechanic by trade, so I just follow him in the shed like every young kid did back in the day and try and learn from him. And he gave me a base knowledge and taught me the basics. And from there, which is sort of the interest grew from there. So, like, people consider themselves car guys. I don't consider myself a car guy like Nathan is. Like, Nathan, you can mention any car in Victoria right now, and Nathan will know who owns it and what car it is and what it's been in its year. Like, over his lifetime, I won't know that by any means.
You're still a car... I feel like there's a line there, like, whereas you're a car enthusiast or you're in the car scene.
Yes.
So you're more of an enthusiast and Nathan's more in the scene, like about the scene. So
That's a good way to put it.
The social aspect of it, like Amph and I are fairly similar, but I might go to my dad, for example, and he knows a lot about cars, and he might know a lot more than me, for example, but I know the ins and outs of this owner, he's the driver, he owns it, it's sponsored by this guy, etc. So...
I love, you know what I just kind of thought of there, that just hit my brain? I love the levels of our what we kind of learnt from our dads. So your dad was real heavy mechanical, like, you know, original stuff like that. My dad, the minute the car got in the shed, take the springs out, cut the wheel studs so we can fit these 5-stud wheels on, like, because it was a 4-stud wheel. Cut the wheels, and then he had these Cordy plates. Yeah, these Cordy plates went on every car that came in the driveway. So every photo of car he bought had Cordy plates on it.
Funny you say that, right? Because as someone who watches the channel, going like, please don't take offense to this.
I'm already taking it.
Like every partnership needs the brains and the ideas.
It's okay. It's all right.
Here we go. I already know where this is going.
So your dad being very mechanically hands-on and stuff like that, that's where you get it from. Because like, you're pretty good at it, mate. Compared to me, you're miles ahead. But like, you see, like, you sit back, work things out, like, you get it done, where you're just...
I'm gun-ho. I'll tell you this gun-ho,
But it's funny...
Man, this VL heat shield.
Oh, we won't go there. But it's funny how you two together make such a good team, and that's what it needs, yeah? Would you say that's correct?
100%. Like,
100%,
I kind of laugh at it because... Sometimes Michael just knows where I just need to go gun-ho at things.
Yep.
It's just like, yep, just go do it. Just get it done.
Just send it, get it done, yeah.
Whereas sometimes I'll look at something and I'll go, hey Michael, do you reckon we could do this a little bit better?
Yeah.
And then Michael will sit down and have a think about it, you know.
Yeah. We bounce off each other for that exact reason.
100%.
I know, you're exactly right. Like, there'll be times where I'll look at something and I know that I'm overthinking it, and I go, you know what, Nathan, just do it. But the thing that I appreciate working with Nathan is like, and I think it's hard to find in people that you trust working with, is if I say to Nathan, can you do this or get this done or we need to do this, I just say go do it, and I don't have to look over his shoulder. I'm like, hey, how you doing that? Like, can you change that? I don't like that. There's no question. Like, if I hand it to him, it's going to get done, and it's going to get done right. And I reckon he'd probably say the same.
100%. At the end of the day, we just want to build a safe, reliable car.
Yeah.
As much as we want to go fast, we want it to be loud and noisy. We want a safe, reliable car.
So when are you going to start building Holdens then?
I didn't even know what to say to that.
Jeez, they both went pretty quiet.
It's funny enough, I grew up in a Holden household and I was the one that had to break.
Hey, I did too. All my dad was bringing home Tiranas, HG, HQs. It was always Holden.
And then you
And
were
then
dropped.
now it's all Fords. All Fords.
Actually, yeah.
Then I was dropped. And now it's just Fords. But I think we've found our kind of niche.
Well, you know what? Funny enough, you said that because I bought my BF, and then I had an FG as a daily. Then my dad bought a BF wagon as a daily with a gassy in it. And then he's bought his VC, which has got a gassy Barra in it as well. So it's like the cookies just crumbled, and it's like, okay, I've got a Barra now. He's got a Barra, and I bought a second one, and he's bought a second one.
I remember when I seen your old man with the Barra VC.
Oh, the VC.
And I was like, you bought this piece of shit? And he's like, what? And I was like, no, I'm sorry. I seen it on Marketplace.
Yes, someone agrees with me.
Took a little bit to heart.
I helped get the low ball on that.
Nah,
one.
it's tough, that thing.
It's tough, but I still would burn it to the ground
What?
before him selling that.
Don't
Tirana.
backpedal now.
No, it's mad. Come on, man.
It needs
I mean,
a bit
a lot
of love,
work.
but I know what car I'd take over that any day. And it's the other one in the garage.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Funny enough, and that's how you met my old man. You bought some front runners off him.
Yeah, so I bought the front runner tyres for my Fairlane off your old man years ago.
Yeah, like I said to Miles, that was many moons ago.
Yeah.
That was long.
This is
Ages
basically
ago.
how Nathan has met all his friends buying tyres and rims off.
Yeah, so I had a personal EL wrecker, Burak, if you're watching. I remember one time I called him and I'm like, hey, Burak, I need this part for my Fairlane. He's like, yeah, come around. Anyway, his dad was having a barbecue and it was an LPG tank cut in half.
Yeah.
I think he was Turk. And his dad's like, Nathan, come for the barbecue. The whole family was there. And I'm sitting there with my EL parts at Burak's house, sitting with his family, having kebabs.
Yes, E-Series.
It was a good... yeah. Are those days still there?
Nah.
Does that still happen?
I don't know.
Or do people
anymore.
just go get a bank loan and just go, hey, can you build me this car for 90 grand?
That was just a kick in the balls.
That's a
to
bit
you.
Nah, sorry.
Just without the loan part.
So thanks for tuning in, guys.
So we got super sidetracked.
When with Hackshop and the YouTube channel, so what year did you start? If you started before COVID, what was about 2017, 18?
Nah.
Says it on the sign. 2019
19?
is when that's
Yep.
when the Instagram started. The channel started, I think it would have been 2020. It was pretty much 2020, I think it was.
Yeah.
How quick did your subscribers go up?
It depends on what you say by quick. Like, I was amazed we got over 500 subscribers. I remember when we had a celebration for that and we went out for dinner because of it. Like, because it was... The fact that people were tuning in and watching just blew our minds. Like, we didn't expect that
Even
at all.
us, we were like, when we done our first ever podcast, we were like, what figure do we think is like a good figure? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we were like, man, if we hit 500, we'll be ecstatic, like views.
Yeah.
Our first episode is at like over 3,000 views for the podcast.
Yeah.
Like the full length podcast. And we're like, yeah, we didn't expect that for a first episode. Like when it cracked 1K, like the amount of support we got from it was like, oh, you guys are like going out and doing this. Like that's sick.
Yeah, it's
you know what I
commitment.
mean?
Yeah.
And then like, you know, and even now, like, our subscribers, they go up, but they're not like rapidly growing up. But we're noticing a lot of traction on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like our Instagram will have an occasional one which will just boom and get stupid views, and it will have like consistently like, you know, range between 16 and 12,000. Sorry, not 16, 6 and 12,000 views, for example. Yeah, and that for us, I feel like that's quite good for little snippets of a podcast.
So do you remember what you hit in the first year?
5,000 was it?
Jesus Christ.
I
Wow.
don't know if it was 5,000.
Dude, that's a lot, man.
Well, we really banged on the BTR episode to go really well.
Yeah, so
The
we
shift
grabbed a lot of traction early days with the E-Series guys, and because we're doing the Fairlane obviously, and we did stuff with the BTR, like set up a BTR with the B&M shifter and that, and there wasn't a lot of that on YouTube at the time. So like we still get questions today about how to set up a bang shifter and a BTR. But that probably helped us grow a lot. And the E series community is such a tight knit community that they started sharing as well too. But probably the biggest gain that we got was in the first year. It was actually in the build of the Fairlane originally. TI Performance jumped on board because
So that was early days.
it was very, very early, and like they just reached out because obviously we were buying parts of them anyway, and we were buying pretty much. We bought nearly a whole engine rebuild kit for the Fairlane at the time.
Yeah.
We started tagging them on Instagram because that's what we thought you were supposed to do when you were trying to do Instagram or stuff like that. And then they sort of reached out and said, "Hey, we're really interested in what you're doing. We want to jump behind you and help out." So they started helping out with some sponsorship and support here and there. And they've probably been, they're still with us today, and they've probably been our biggest supporters. They've introduced us to further sponsors from there. They helped us grow. They've backed us from day one. And if it was for them, there's no way we'd be where we are now.
Oh, 100%.
So big shout out to TI Performance then. And
Yeah, big shout out to TI.
You see a lot of them online and stuff. Like I've personally bought stuff off them before. I don't know about Amp.
Well,
but
they're trying to support everyone now. So it was like strictly Ford. But, now that we do a lot of 253, 308 stuff, LS stuff, he's
It's
just
about the
stocking
variety.
everything now.
Yeah.
So he sells haltech stuff.
is that an only online store?
It's a purely
It's
online store.
online,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Family-owned
So
company.
I wasn't too sure if they had like an in-person store or anything as well. But yeah, like you see them a lot everywhere. They're relatively priced as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ran my Fairlane off Jason's J3 chip for 2 years, right? I did not blow it up until I gave it to some knobhead in Frankston and he blew it up on the dyno. And I drove it home pouring out smoke for Frankston.
Who was that?
I cannot say names.
Frankston.
Yeah.
I think I've got an idea. I'm not going to go there.
Nah.
I'm not
I won't say it. Actually, cut that out.
Um,
I took it to
let's-
Frankston to get tuned. Either way, I was coming home
We'll talk about that off camera.
with a lifted head.
We'll talk about off camera.
But yeah, so yeah, TI. But I used TI when I first built the Fairlane.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was always using his stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're talking about the first build where you turboed it and blew the engine? Or
Yeah.
like the first proper build? Like
No,
after
no.
you
When I
built
first turboed it, I bought the J3 kit, and I remember because I was so worried about dropping $2,000 on this turbo kit. I remember I emailed TI and I'm like, "Hey, can I pick this up? Like, I'm stressed about losing it in postage." I was an apprentice, when I first did it, and he's like, "Yeah, we're an online store only. Like, you can't pick it up." And I was stressed until it arrived at the door. But yeah, no.
So what year was that? So TI jumped on board 2019 still?
No, it would have been 2020, like end of
2020?
2020.
Yeah.
Like I said, they jumped on really, really early.
So through COVID is when you took off.
Through COVID is when we took off, and it was funny because we, like the original plan we started, we had 11 weeks till DC when we were going to build this Fairlane. So first time we've ever done anything like that. I've never played with turbos apart from the TD42, but the Fairlane and all that was all completely new to me as well too. So we said, let's just give it a crack, and I didn't even know what DC was at the time. I'd never heard of. I'd never really been around it or anything like that. And then they said, I want to go. I'm like, cool, let's just do it. Like I said, I had more time back then, more free time. We started building it. We were 5 weeks in. We were looking good. We were going to make the deadline by the looks of it. And COVID hit. And COVID shut DC down. Like, that was when we went into lockdown. And we were like, well, what do we do? Like, well, we don't want to stop. Obviously, we want to get the car running. We want to keep doing it. In order to keep the build going and to try and keep the YouTube going, because at that point we realized people are actually watching. Let's keep going with this.
Can't just kill this off now.
Nathan
because
moved
it
in
is-
for about 6 months to a year, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just because, back when the Ring of Steel was happening, he couldn't travel up, so he moved in and moved here just so we could keep filming and keep going with the build. So
And we pumped out the LSQ in like 3 months.
yeah, because
Yes.
that's all we were doing. We're just every day after work, we were just building cars. And
What do you got?
Just when I thought I had a bad time with COVID. Can you imagine having him moving in with you?
It wasn't too bad.
You are an inspirational person, Michael.
We wish we could be like you.
We worked on cars and then we watched The Office every
we
night.
watched The Office every night. We watched about 3 times over.
Yeah.
So and that's basically where it started. And that's probably when the commitment to Hackshop probably came from that.
Yeah.
Because we realised during COVID it was easy because no one had anything else to do.
Yeah.
Um,
Apart from watch Hackshop.
that
exactly
was the benefit.
right.
Like people were
Yeah.
watching because what else could they do? But for us, we had nothing else to do, so we would just focus on it. And then
Yeah.
when COVID ended,
So
we
it
were
worked
like,
out.
we've actually built something here. Like
Yeah.
we
I'm
grew
trying to-
really quickly
Well,
during
the
that
thing
stage.
was, like, we had people coming up to us going, "You guys got us through COVID."
Yeah.
You know, like what we had a few blokes say, you know, like I was,
Yeah, we've had a few guys that
you
are
know,
in,
like
a
I
bad
was,
state.
I had a pretty bad head stage, and watching you two idiots on camera has just made my day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
It's-
think when I got on to use guys as well. I can't even remember. That's how long I've been watching you.
Well,
as
like,
well.
you know, I'll sell stuff on Marketplace, and the guy goes, "Are you?" And I just go, "Nah." And he's like, "Yeah, you are."
Are you? Yeah.
So you survived Nathan living with you in COVID.
Yep.
After that, where were we at? How many subscribers
After
and stuff
that,
like
I think like we did the LSQ during COVID, I think as well too, didn't we? I
Yeah,
can't
we
remember.
smashed that. So we built the LSQ, like had it almost finished in 3 months.
Yeah, and then from there it was like, well, what do we do next? And then we actually turned our attention to this.
Yep.
So back when I started the channel, this was bog stock 253 Aussie 4-speed GDS Tribute. It's a Kingswood, it's not an actual Monaro. Original 253 car. But it was
this your dad's?
no, it was mine.
Yep.
Dad, we bought it when I was 14. Dad helped me build it. So I don't even
I
think
love
I've ever...
hearing stories of when people were 14. I usually crack were you eating cornflakes?
Yeah.
Every
I
episode,
love that.
without fail.
It gets mentioned every episode.
Every
Do
episode.
you know who that is?
I think he mentions it.
Yeah.
Who
Jay-
is it?
every
Jay
episode.
Sadiq.
The one that lost his steering wheel at Jamboree.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was nice. That was smooth.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
Like, iconic video. I don't know how people still haven't seen that video to this day.
Yeah, so I probably never even mentioned on the channel before, but this car didn't look like this when we bought it. It was...
Sorry, off topic. Is that like the Lebanese version of like 8 barrels? Like that video?
Oh, I love that.
As you were saying before, this one starts talking about barrels.
Yeah.
The car,
Cornflakes.
Complex, yeah.
the car didn't look like that.
No, it was like a gold, rough Kingswood. It was, you know, rough as guts. The bloke used it to go collect firewood in the bush once a year. So there was pieces of timber jammed in between the body and the chassis and stuff in this thing. So Dad and I, we rebuilt it, we restored it, painted it in the shed. Like, basically, as you see it now, not much has changed aesthetically. It is. Still got the original rust that needs repair. But it was a true Aussie genuine Monaro, as in the sense that's what it drove like, and it drove like shit. Like, it was just not fun to drive.
Was it always factory buckets or was it like a factory bench car?
It was factory buckets.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a 3 on the tree manual originally, but yeah, and then we converted to the 4-speed in the floor. But it just, the 4-speed was slow to shift, the clutch was heavy, the accelerator was heavy, and I just never drove it much. And that's when we were doing the channel. I'm like, well, maybe this is the opportunity to try and make it something that's cool and make it more drivable. So that's when we set about doing that and sort of made it what it is today.
Before, I want to actually take a deep dive into a few cars that you guys have built on the channel for the viewers as well. But before we do that, location. So you were working out of your old man's factory for a little bit before you guys moved into here?
No. We were always here.
So what were those episodes that were filmed in Melton?
So the factory came to when I started my business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so the factory is shared between 3 of us. And then we fitted the factory out for like overflow of work and
Heavy fab
fab stuff. We still don't use the factory a lot purely because we've got a lot of specialty tools here, you know, and we can't have 2 of everything.
Yeah. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But it's always been filmed out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so rewind the clock back again. The first build on the channel was obviously your car. Yep. And after that, what come after that?
Then it would have been...
It was your car.
It might have been my car.
It
The
was your
LSQ
car
might have come
and
out.
then the LSQ.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yep. So
It's so long ago, we sort of lost track of
Yeah.
it.
we're talking about the van? Your
No, it was this car. So it was this car,
Yep.
and then
Yeah.
the LSQ came on board.
So the gold HQ
gold-
with
yeah,
the LS
yeah.
swap.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we went back to the fairlane for a bit when we did the 2.0 build, where we sort of went back and did
Fixed
it right.
everything. Yeah.
And then there was a period where we did an E36 BMW with an LS swap
LS
into
swap in it, yeah.
which people probably forgotten about by now, but we did that.
Yep.
Is that a drift car or something? Or
No, it was a street-driven car for a mate of ours.
Yeah.
It's gone
Yeah.
up to Queensland now, so we don't see it no more.
We
but
really didn't enjoy that car by the end of it.
It was
Why?
just... That was
Body
a
end
nightmare.
of it.
Yeah, it was very tight fit.
yeah,
Did
all
he-
engineered.
He never... I don't... Yeah.
Oh, well,
yes.
see, our
Yes.
engineering is it's engineered. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's engineered.
Yeah.
Engineered to run and drive.
Yeah.
And after that, when did your brother's ute come into it?
Oh,
That was-
Daniel's Ute
That
came
was
in...
late in the
That was a
piece.
sick build.
That was
you know
probably
what?
2 years ago.
You really are a hold man saying that was a sick
Yeah.
build.
That's
To
when I
me,
got onto you.
That was just like it's just another VY with a turbo on it. But he's like, that's a sick
Yeah,
build.
but you know why? Because maybe it was relatable. Like
exactly right.
Alice
That got a lot
Turbo
of
to
views.
you took it to Heathcote. Like it was
Optima,
like,
Ultimate
it was
Strike.
Yeah,
fucking- that was
Optima.
cool.
Optima
Yeah.
was a killer event.
Yeah.
That's an event I want to compete in because it just
It's-
looks fun.
It was such a good event.
It was such a good event.
I
yeah.
love that event.
What was wrong with your brother? So what was your brother's name again?
Daniel.
Daniel. What was wrong with that build that you didn't like about it?
No, nothing. I love the build.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the build.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just another turbo ALS build.
You know what's funny thing about, like I
The
said,
thing is, though, we always bang on that turbo ALSs are just a great combo. You can't beat it.
They just
they?
work.
They just work.
They just work, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously-
Behind a manual, they're scary as shit.
never owned an RB before.
Mate, I have Ford's version of an RB.
He's got a single cam already.
Single cam the world.
Yeah.
I'm with you with that.
We got a
Thank
sticker
you.
for that somewhere.
Yeah,
Have
we-
ya?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't tell him.
It's on the post over there. I'll give you one before you leave.
Done.
I can
Yeah.
see it actually. SOHC the world.
yeah, that's it, man. Yeah.
Done. So that's my motto. You don't put twin cams
Yeah.
in things that don't need it. So
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you've stuck with the single cam in your Ford.
Yeah, so we've been pretty stubborn from the start with the single cam.
Yep.
A lot of people ask me why, and I just go, well, why? I don't like the sound of a barrel. Sorry, Jesse.
Says the one that drives a barrier every day. What do you mean?
Well, that's the thing.
How's that offending me?
I love barrows, yeah, but I really love the single
I'd put
cam.
an 8 in my car in a heartbeat. I've always wanted to.
Yeah.
At heart, I'm an aspirated or blown guy, or or something on the gas or whatever. Like, I just done a turbo car because it was cheap at the time, and then it ended up not being cheap because by the time you're done with it and you blow up shit and you go, all right, we're going to do it properly now, your budget is like triple what it was meant to be.
Well, it's funny.
Turbos sound cheap when you go to start them, and that's how we sold Daniel on the LS Turbo.
Yeah.
when, he,
rebuilt
when he
the
bought the S, we were like, yeah, we'll just throw a turbo kit on. It costs you $3,000.
My
and
initial-
then end up rebuilding the whole engine.
What,
Like,
what,
Yeah.
what he'd want to do.
nothing. We didn't. He bought that ute.
We went camping and
Yeah.
then we convinced him to turbo it.
Yeah.
We said we'll do everything. Just front up the cost.
Yeah.
That's
And we're like $3,000. You'll have it said and done in $3,000. Like
Tur-
10 grand, 15 grand.
turbo
10 grand
cars are
Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah.
Like my turbo conversion on my car probably would have costed me $7,000, but by the time I done marketplace swaps and this and that, it probably only costed me $5,000. And then I went and brought Brembos as well,
Yeah.
and all this little shit to save money. And then it lasted 3 days because I sat an unopened NA Barrett engine on limiter and soon found out why you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And each valve kissed the pistons. So then in came the forged engine, and because I didn't have money to go build a forged engine, got a second-hand one that was out of another car which had a problem with it. Lasted 7,000 Ks, ripped it out, built a brand new fresh engine after going through 2 gearboxes already after that point. And then it's just like it snowballs, and then
Yeah.
it snowballs more, and then you do a diff, and then you snap a tail shaft trying to race it at a track that
Yeah.
you don't usually hook up at anyway. And then
Well, I think we've learnt our lesson many times on it's kind of to the point where within budget, do it once, do it right.
Yeah. 100%.
You know what I mean? We've built the Fairlane 3 times now.
Yeah.
And we've kind of
well, that's like your
come to
valve
conclusion like if you just build it once right the first time, you know what I mean, then you're not rebuilding it.
So what was the PB in the ute? Your brother's ute?
What did he make? I
11
think he did 11.2. He was trying to. I think it was 11.
Yeah, but-
no,
Oh,
was it?
11.26.
Yeah, something like that.
Manual as well.
Manual, yeah.
That was manual as well.
Yeah.
And he
So-
was getting a lot of. I didn't think he had radials on it, didn't he?
No,
he had rag
he
tyres.
had rag tyres.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He had a slick.
And what's been your PB
10.3
at Calder?
Heathcote.
Yeah, of course, wouldn't be at Calder.
Honestly, lately I've been having fun at Calder.
I got a bit of a boner pick with you on that in your last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Talking about how good the track is at Calder.
I have no issues at Calder.
It's because your car's not powerful enough. That's why.
it's because he
No,
doesn't have 2
100%.
cams in it. It's because he doesn't have 2 cams in it.
Look, what's your? I don't know if you've seen previous episodes. I've had a bit of a dig at Calder lately. What's your opinion on it? Obviously, you like it, and you seem to be hooking
Well,
up.
what's the whole point of having Calder open on Friday night?
Go
Is to
have-
get these idiots off the street. Yeah,
And go have fun.
that's the whole point of it. We can't nitpick a track where they're just trying to support local races to get off the street.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to go thrashing at Calder, saying it's a shit track, it's this, it's this. I know that there's a hip, yeah, and when the big turbo guys hit the hip, they start spinning, yeah. My converter just flashes, and that's how it is. It just goes, and then it just waffles down. I know that sounds weird, but it just hits that point and just goes.
Well, like perfect example when you get to the footpath transition where like
Yeah.
the circuit track races go on, because it feels like a footpath.
Yeah.
Like, man, you see, like for example, perfect example, Garage Works in their SLE, power skid straight over it, pedal it and then hook up and still run a 9.2, and they've
Yeah.
done it 4 times that night.
Yeah.
Like back
But
to
the
back
thing
to
is,
back.
he kept going out.
Yeah.
If he was whinging about the track, he'd go once and go, no, shit track, I'm going home. But he kept going
He's
out.
just going to
He's
go
having
have
a ball,
fun.
isn't he?
What's your opinion on it?
It's a good fun track, and it's good because it's local. And like we said, it's great to get guys out there on the Friday night. We've always had more success at tracks like Heathit, just because Heathit always had the track, and it's consistent. It was always consistent all
But
the way
in
down
a sense
the track.
as well, and I'll add this as well, like I know we shit can it sometimes, but if there was no call to drag racing on or anything like that, then we'll be complaining, oh, Calder's not on.
Exactly right.
Well, that's
So-
exactly right.
and that's
we're-
what it
we're
was for
thankful
a
what
period
we've
of
got.
time.
Yeah, we're thankful for what we've got. Like we always saw it is if we wanted to go set a time, we're going to go to Heathcote.
Yeah.
If we're going for times, we're going to go to Heathcote because it was the track.
Yeah.
Calder is great if you just want to go hang out with your mates and then run a couple of passes and stuff like
Even
that.
if you're there as a spectator, like, yeah, you might not do like what you want to do,
Yeah.
but if you want to, you know, blow some dust out, like blow out the cobwebs and whatever, and just, you know,
Yeah.
get even just a shakedown run or two in the car. Like,
But
you know
like,
what I mean?
you know how many times I went Calder on a Hero or a PSR and I was just power skidding down? I enjoy Calder now because I've finally gone down on a Mickey, right?
That's what I said in Michael Jason's Sons.
And
Yes,
I
said
haven't had
this.
an issue on a Mickey. You know, the car's still doing a 152 60 foot.
I don't know how you're getting that at Calder. I really don't.
You know, it's getting a 152 60 foot on a Mickey at Calder.
Have you
But like I said, my car is a small frame turbo. So once it leaves, it's got a great leave on that car, right? Still foot brake, right? I'm not winding in any more past the hip where the dip is.
Yeah.
So it's not like the tyre wants to break loose. I'm already got my car rolling. It's already at full boost. I'm not winding in more boost. The car goes, last time I went Calder, me and you went Calder. Last time I went Calder, I went one pass. The missus said, let's go get ice cream. I left, went and got ice cream, numbers, rubber up the quarters and all. Like, it's the whole point of Calder. And that's why I love that car, that XE, so much. Is it did a 10.5 at Calder, and then it'll go get ice cream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No trailer needed.
What's your opinion on roll racing?
I love it.
He loves it.
Yep.
Absolutely. Me and my brother went the other time. We just kept going out. And next minute, I found myself in the top 10 standing next to the Lambo, the pink Lambo. And then I'm like, oh, far out, here we go. Anyway, they all start moving forward. I get the buy run. So we just putt down. We come back around. And then, obviously, then I was outgunned in my taxi. And then I think I reversed the blue VH or VB.
That's a Garage Works one.
The Garage Works
Yep.
card lately. And I just said to him, I was like,
Give me the hit.
because there was another buy run available. And I'm like, I'm better off racing you, getting kicked out. I'm happy. I don't care, yeah? I still made it freaking top 10 in the roll racing.
That's mad.
What about you? What's your opinion on it?
Roll racing?
Yeah.
Never been. I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
I want to check it out.
We always wanted to do it in the Ute, but it's
That's
now
what I was
moved
gonna
on.
mention.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
the Ute
the Ute would have
unfortunately
been a really
moved
good car
on
for
now.
it.
that would have been a perfect car. Alice
Yeah.
Turbo.
Your
That
brother's
would
you,
have been.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
What made him sell it?
finances, he
Yeah, fair
couldn't
enough.
afford, like the Tirana and stuff just cost him so much more than another
Yeah.
car that is sort of blown out.
Yeah.
It just cost him so much more than he was hoping. So
Yeah.
it just meant that he had to move that on
Yeah, that's fair.
to fund that,
Well,
basically.
And speaking,
May 17th at Sandown will be the PRP Australia roll racing competition. I'm hoping to see you there.
Yeah,
Are
okay.
you going to be there?
I didn't even know it was on, to be
yeah,
honest.
they're doing roll racing
Yeah,
at Sandown.
roll
now.
racing at
That'd be
San-
cool.
Yeah.
Roll racing Australia.
That's cool.
So I will be there. Just
I'll try make it. I've got an event.
When
on
is
that
it?
day.
May?
May 17th. Yep.
Because
So-
I want to make some adjustments to my car.
Well,
but
this Friday, as of recording, so Good Friday, they've got roll racing at Calder. Don't
yeah, I've seen that roll racing.
It's
Is
a
this
hard
Friday?
night to do it. It's Good Friday, yeah. So a lot of people won't.
It'd be pretty quiet, you would have thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Just be
enjoyed
the
it.
usual.
Though. It was fun trying to
It
figure
was
out.
busy the other
It was
night.
fun trying to figure out the two-step and trying to keep the 40 roll. You know, and I don't want to get too much into people blowing past the 40 roll, but we won't get into that.
Well, how's when you went out last time we recorded, Jar, and then you're like, "Oh, here to chop some Evos," and you're like laughing. It's like, man, I'm just trying to save the engine for the real event. That's why I love roll racing. And that same day, you blew the engine on the
Yeah,
XC.
so me and my brother came with me that night, and we were racing an RB actually, a VL Calais with a power glide. It made like 1,000 or something like that. And I said to my brother, I was like, oh, geez, here we go. Anyway, we went out there. We were in front of him. And I'm like, we're staying in it. The car wasn't sounding right. Anyway, we bet him. And then it didn't sound good on the way back. And then, yeah, so we killed the engine that night.
What was the result?
It was only a snapped rocker.
Oh, okay.
But because I stupidly said, I drove it here, I'm driving it home. I drove it home with a snap rocker. oil pressure went to 0, timing chain blew a hole in the timing case, and then oil went everywhere, and that was it. I made it to my brother's driveway.
If you watch the YouTube channel, you would have known that.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like I said, I wish I had more time to watch the YouTube channel. Maybe if someone bought me some time.
To Jesse's defense, he does do all that editing.
Yeah, I just won't post this podcast. It's all good. And no stress. I won't edit it.
And quite often it happens where I'm the person that watches the people that we got on, and he doesn't know, and I get to slip in that line. So that's why I don't
just make a out of me, basically.
No, but I'm exactly the same. I think because they do all the editing as well too. I don't have time to watch YouTube anymore, and I always feel bad because like I used to watch it. That's all I watched. That's why I got into it. And then you're talking to your mates and other YouTubers. Like, oh, we've been doing that. I'm like, oh, sorry.
For example, like other podcasts, like he's up to date with That's Racing. I'm on like episode 13, 14. Like I'm that far down. I'm like, there's still like 30, 40 episodes ahead of me I got to catch up on just because I don't have time to watch them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where I'm sitting at home watching a lot of YouTube. So.
Hey man, what are you doing working? He'll call me later. Hey man, what are you doing working? Hey man, what are you doing? Editing. Take a guess.
So I don't even know where we're at. Oh, we're at Cold Up. Yeah. So that's a fair explanation for someone who's not too happy with the place.
Why aren't you too happy with it?
All right, so we mentioned it in the last episode. You mentioned about people jumping the 40 roll.
Oh, yeah.
So Jesse actually contacted Peter Pistolides.
And let's clarify, Peter rents the drag strip. He doesn't own the drag strip. He just runs the events. The problem is, it's not him. Look, we offered some help and he said no. Okay, that's what Amp's going to get at, but I'll let him explain further. The problem is that the owner of Calder Park doesn't give a crap about it.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. Now, I'll let you dive into what happened between me and Peter.
So Cots up at Sydney got new lasers and new radars for their racing. So
because Aaron at Precision complained.
So Jesse contacted Romanos, who was running the Cots event up at Sydney. He was prepared to buy, there was a group of us that were prepared to buy the old lasers, which worked perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And we're going to supply them to Peter at no cost. The only thing Jesse asked was if he could have a Pro Street Media sign up. The short answer was no. That's it.
That was no. One word response, no.
Then all of a sudden, since this PRP Australia racing events come on at Sandown, someone's come crawling back asking if we can all have a chat. So our plain answer back to that was no. And that's why...
That was like a straight Uno reverse card. It was like...
That's why I'm kind of against it, because if you've got a community of people who are trying to help you, maybe listen to them. And going back to your comment before, like, this is a genuine question, it's not a statement. You're saying Calder was packed. Who was it packed with? Was it your typical Volkswagens that are there every night? Or is it your proper races? Like,
I'll vouch.
This was a night where it wasn't it wasn't roll racing, it was just drag racing only. Yeah. But it wasn't your...
There was still a fair few Euros, which good on them. They're going out and drag racing, not just doing roll racing.
Yeah.
So, but there was, and I'll vouch, I'll agree with you. He wasn't there. There was a lot of spectators, but there was also a lot of cars racing too.
Yeah.
So like the fastest pass of the night was I think 9.2 and a 9.4, which was the VH and an F6. So some decently quick cars.
There were some races out there that night.
I think there was two 9.4s. There was an F6 and a VK as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there was a lot of other cars there as well. But I'll vouch, I agree with you. It was pretty busy because I feel like I agree when they do their drag only nights, they should do the same for roll racing only nights. But
the thing is, if you're not listening to your community, why do you want to back?
How can you keep them happy?
So,
so are you saying that the Euro, you're not happy with the Euros and stuff there?
No. I'm happy for them to be there, but who's actually going there? Like you want your big cars to go there too, and that's the thing. If you got a group of people, small people who want to do good for the racing community, want to bring these big cars out, which are going to bring the crowd as well.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Why wouldn't you listen to them? I'll give you an example. I mentioned it in another episode. This all come about was when Imran Khan in his precision-built GTR come against DJ in the Lambo. Imran beat him, and Imran was in the left lane as the pace car. Somehow, he got kicked out for jumping. How can you jump if you're the pace car?
Yeah. If you're the pace car, that car's got to keep pace with you.
And none of the Calder officials even wanted to talk about it.
Yeah. And something similar happened, but later on, after viewing the footage, Gordy did jump. It was in the first round of roll racing between the black twin turbo R8 and the pink Lambo, and there was a bit of a like not a punch on, but like there was some words exchanged between like what the goal was, because like was a jump, was it not, and then ended up. Look, we watched the footage back later. It was a jump, but it wasn't by much.
Yeah.
So, and the officials weren't clear on the decision.
But,
And
at the same time, it's like we're doing roll racing. We're not from a dig. We're all moving at a pace that we're all trying to match. When does it get unfair to a point?
Well, when you don't have lasers and you're trying to run an event like that, if you're quick to take people's money,
Yeah.
once you supply the facility for it, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion on it. I probably personally wouldn't race my car at Calder. One, because I'm probably not that much of a good driver. If that decides to kick out on that transition, I'll be in trouble.
Well, then that's where we can kind of start talking about Victorian Motorsports Park.
well, quickly, one last thing before I
Talk
mention
about it.
Calder.
Yeah.
Hold on. And the cars and all that sort of stuff. And I'll agree with about staff and stuff like that, because I know a few of the staff there, they see me, I'm a regular face, I'm always doing photos. I've raced my car a couple of times. I think 3 times now I've raced my car there. And I was in the middle between the 2 burnout boxes, and one of the staff there, Salvador, he's sorry, I'll bleep that out. He's always on the water box, spraying the water. And that the short little guy there, he's got an old Falcon. He always cruises around and stuff.
I know him, yeah.
And then there's a few others there, yeah. And one guy, he was in charge of spraying the track whenever they decide to do that with their pump bottle. And every time that someone would ask to spray or he'd have to spray, he'd always complain and bitch and moan about it. Man, if you're going to hate doing that so much, you're going to hate walking 20 steps, just pack your shit and leave. Dude, one guy, and I laughed, he had an F6, and this is a car that went 9.4, yeah? He's begging the guy, spray it, and then the burnout box self, he's just spray it, yeah? And he goes, better make it worth my while, yeah? He said that. I'm like, oh, watch this. The guy does a good burnout, rolls through it, rolls back, straight in his, back into his groove, yeah? And he got out of the hole, did a 1.5/1.460 or something. It was probably a 1.5/1.660. Good 60. He got out of it, ran a 9.4. I was like, huh, he made it worth your while.
They were a little bit more there for the community, yeah.
Yeah, at least, come on, man. If that was my job, I'd, okay, you're there, it's cold. If you hate it, don't be there.
Yeah.
If you're not a car enthusiast or, you don't want to be there for the races and, help out or something, don't be there. Simple.
So you mentioned VMP.
Yes.
Talk to me.
So we need to stop talking about Heathcote, because it's now Victoria
Yeah,
Motorsports.
now it's Victorian Motorsports Park.
The problem is everyone will still call it Heathcote.
Have you seen it lately?
So we've heard a lot of things. We're currently trying to get our noses in there to try and film a little bit of vid of an update for everyone.
He said, no, it's our.
No.
Let them. They got to upload an episode every Thursday. They need content, man.
What they're doing down there for everyone is going to be awesome.
Well, I can tell the viewers I actually seen it last week through a video.
Oh, yeah?
So the video was from where the office is. If you're standing on the track, on the right-hand side where that office was,
Yeah.
the video was from the roof, panning across the return road, track, burnout pad, keep coming across to the sheds.
Just asphalt everywhere.
There was a lot of asphalt. There was not one shed standing.
Oh,
Really?
Yep. Yeah, all the sheds were taken down. So
No
as you
way.
drive in, where you used to do the scrutineering at the back and all that, that's all gone.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure the canteen was still there.
Yep.
Okay.
The return road looked like it's been redone
Yep.
as well. So
I think people were asking.
Well,
that
I'm
for a
pretty
long
sure they've
time.
extended the runoff as well.
Extended the runoff.
Yeah, because he wants big bangers there.
yeah, but Heathcote.
The runoff's massive.
VMP had that. That was the biggest runoff in Victoria already. So that didn't.
Well, I
need
thought
to
the
be
top
done.
fuelers said it wasn't big enough.
Well, it's
the
bigger.
runoff.
It's bigger than Sydney and the Bend.
Really?
I think they were talking about the paddocks. They didn't have enough asphalt in the paddocks.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
Yeah.
But also the paddocks would be a pain in the ass. I think it was as well, because they had the half verandas as well, so
So
it made it
all the
hard with
pit
getting
shelters
trucks and
Putting
stuff
the
in.
trucks in, yeah.
So all the pit shelters are still there.
Yeah.
And what it looked like, because obviously it was from a quick story video, I should see if Rob can actually send it to me. So Rob, I think does watch. He's got an RX3.
Well, I think everyone in Victoria wants to know where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Calder for our, not for a test and tune, but for a just go get your fix.
Yeah.
Just for a
But we
local
need him to get
hangout.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Victorian Motorsports.
We want our misses back. We're over the side.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure as you drive in, do you remember as you drove into those gates on the left-hand side, you had that fence where all the trees were?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's asphalted up to there.
That's the
how
same thing
far
I've
they've
heard
gone.
as well too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So-
the goal is to get as many like trailers and trucks in there as possible to accommodate
And-
for all the big cars.
At the end of the day, Ricard, Symbolics, they're all over it.
Oh, they're the right people to own it.
Well,
Yeah.
They're
as of
racers.
today, look how many events they have locked in already. They've got Outlaw 660, this new Pro Mod series they're doing with
Yep.
IHRA, which is going to be huge. They've got Jamboree in October, and then not to mention they're organising dates with King of the Street, so that's Jason. No,
Yep.
sorry, John Colitis. And then you've got
Holden Nationals,
Holden Nationals
the
as
Follies.
well. And
Yeah, we
man,
need,
who
I
knows
want
what else?
Holden,
yeah?
Ford Nationals, all that back.
Oh yeah, remember Holden versus Ford?
Yeah, that was
Tough
a good
Streeters
day.
Festival will probably come into VMP as well.
Well, we kind of knew that was going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, but how big is it going to be? Like a hey, what a shock! Wow. All right, well I'm out.
That's like saying I
You
wonder.
guys are sarcastic as
That's like
yeah,
saying
but you don't even let me finish. Go and yourself, yeah.
I wonder what mowers they're using to
Like a
mow.
married couple.
Well, actually, they're using Drysdale mowers. I think that's one of their sponsors.
No,
I'm not even joking.
Rick has got mowers online.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, but I think same business. Mowers online, Drysdale mowers. Same.
Don't you work for him?
I'm a subcontractor. same, different. But no, well, you know, what extent is it going to come to? Tough Streets Fest, they're going to use the burnout pad now. You know, man, are they going to do some drifting? You know, they're going to have the show and shine. They're going to have proper drag racing. They're going to have top fuelers at Tough Streets Fest. Like, you don't know. Like,
Is a drift track going to be put in there? Do you know?
I wonder. That'd be cool. They've got lots of room for it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a four-wheel drive race track on that.
I only found that out the other day.
Do you know about it?
I heard about it the other
Yeah.
day for the first
See?
time. Yeah.
What do you mean full drive track?
Oh, it's only for the big TDs, bloke. Don't worry about it.
Hey, I can quickly just wipe my B and put a D there.
Hey, well,
But it's not the same.
when you think about it, the burnout pad, that was for that dome around it. That was sprint cars once upon a time as well.
Yeah, it was too.
Like, you know, that could be sprint cars coming back. Like,
So the burnouts are staying there, is it?
yeah,
I
but
heard it was going.
Yeah, I thought they were going
They
to,
might
but
just
I've
do,
heard-
like-
They're obviously advertising it because I remember seeing the Instagram.
Because I thought they were sick
come
of the
back.
mangs.
look, if they bring in money,
Can I tell you one thing about burnouts? I'll just put me two bob in here, right? So, when you walk into Heathcote or VPM, even summernats,
VMP.
right? So,
VMP,
if you
yeah.
walked into summernats and walked straight out and went to Sydney Motorsport Raceway, it's like you got the blokes who are on their settling payments and you got the blokes who run their own businesses. I'm not going to say which one's which. You guys work it out.
is that like saying the Special Olympics and then you got
Yeah.
the drag races?
Those blokes have got the cheapest cars, and the drag races have got hundreds of $1,000s of big builds.
But
When
hold on a
you're
minute.
at the track, hang on.
This
I'll
is a-
finish
Oh,
it.
yeah, I know where you're going with this. And I
you're
do
at the-
agree with you.
When you're at the track,
Yeah, I do agree with you.
you hear those burnouts, those mangers all day. Nah, da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da.
they're just loving getting sets off.
You do a quarter of a pass, and you've smashed the valve.
Yeah.
Who's the dumb ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
them,
you're right.
well, us actually. So
Yeah.
they're,
Well, I
they're
get-
having
I
a
get-
ball.
That's their way
they're,
of...
they're probably having the time of their life.
Yeah, exactly. That's their
You know?
Friday night at Calder.
And it's fun. Who doesn't love a burnout?
Yeah, but they'll go do that in Mexico for free as well.
It's interesting though
Yeah.
that the two different groups they don't often mix. I find like it's when you used to go to Heathcote and stuff. It's like the burnout guys they stuck to themselves and the drag racers they stuck to themselves.
At the testing
often
tubes,
they'd ever go.
my favourite event I think I went to at Heathcote was that Summernats Slam.
Oh yeah,
That was
That was a
cool.
good
That was
event.
awesome.
That was a
Yeah.
mix of Burnout Masters and Top Fuel
was
Drag
massive.
Racing. That was cool.
You live in Melton. Do you mix with people in Caroline Springs? No. It's the same thing.
He doesn't even
They're
live
like
in
upper
Melton.
class.
Don't give him that bad of a rep.
Same thing, yeah?
But
I'm not going to comment on that.
you know, I'll leave a comment on this. It's funny as drag racers will go and spend $500,000 on a car to use it for like 6 seconds, and then burnout guys will spend $200,000 but then be able to use it for a minute flat.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm having an absolute
Mate.
ball doing it.
My wedding,
Hang on. But I would like to contest to that. Thank you very much. This is the Pro Street Media podcast, okay?
Pro
Street drive our cars.
Pro Street Talk.
Pro Street Talk,
Yeah.
sorry.
Hey, if I had a,
Run by Pro Street Media and PRF, Pastizzi Race Fan, right? Hit up the boys if you want your car tubbed.
if you want your cross members made,
Yeah. If you want some fabrication, make
And
sure
the-
you hit up Pastizzi
and
Race
the
Fan.
best
I'm sure
multi-
he would love to say we don't do that.
and the best Maltese stickers
Yeah.
on the market.
But this is far out. This is the argument we have every time, like when we go camping or something.
Oh, here we go.
With like me, not really me, Michael, but me and his brother, we'd just be at each other like, what's better, this or what's this, and I would just be like, I would much rather a car that I can drive on the street, drive to the track, have my fun, drive back on the street.
Then
Drive
have a
it any day I
dedicated-
want. I can go to the track, do my burnouts, have my fun, drive it on the street. With a burnout car, you don't get that.
Who said?
Well,
But then that's that argument of a
and then
drag
that's
car
where
as well.
we go into these
You're saying
takeovers.
that. You're saying that. I offended CK from CK Automotive because I called Kimberley, his old car,
Yeah.
I called it a race car. Thing's a race car, man. He's filling it up from the boot. And it wasn't on E85 either.
I had this conversation with someone. All right,
When's it a street car? When's it a race car? What's your...
we need this
My car.
conversation.
No, not your car.
Yeah.
What determines a street car and like a drag car?
Car
Like,
with a rego plate on it that drives on the street.
okay, there's got to be more to it than that.
No, that's it to me.
All right,
No,
this is my standpoint. All right, obviously it's got to have registration. Yeah, listen, no Lexan windows, and it has to be on pump fuel. That's like the bare minimum. If it's got pump fuel and glass windows, then it's a street car.
Look, out of all of us, Michael's probably got half a brain more than all of us. Let's see you go for it.
It depends whether you trailered it to the event or not. That's honestly my opinion. If you trailered it to the event and then...
How can you street a car you can't fill up at a servo?
Well, we fill up servo. Like the Fairlane and the XE gets filled up from the boot.
Yeah, that's got a fuel cell in it.
No,
Race car.
you can still fill up a car at a servo with a fuel cell. I'm saying like methanol.
Oh, yeah, no.
If you've got a
that's-
methanol car, you can't drive on the
Yeah, no,
street.
100%. Pump fuel car is a street car.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's,
has to be pump
If you're
fuel.
talking
Pump
that,
fuel.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're saying that, like
Like
methanol,
a
obviously-
rotary's a street car. Even though they've got to put an additive in, then fill it up at the Bowser. You're still filling it up at the Bowser.
Yeah.
It's still a street car. I just believe that if you
You're not
drive on the
rocking
street
around for
and
jerry
you're
can.
driving on the street, then it's a street car. If you're trailing it to everywhere and you can't drive on the street, then it's a race car.
Look at that.
Ask James Mackey.
Look at the... Who's going to elaborate?
Can we please
That's a touchy
elaborate?
subject.
Well, look at the MSN boys. They had that VN that they were...
M&S, yeah,
M&S, sorry, MSN. They're fucking... It was good, the good days.
Yeah.
They had a VN with a massive blower on. I'll send him go down Chapel Street with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he's straight driven it, didn't
Yeah.
If
Pump
you're
fuel.
game enough to
Street
drive
car.
it, it's a street
Pump
car.
fuel.
he? Yeah.
That's what I reckon, yeah.
Yeah.
So, let's get back on topic to why we're here.
I don't even know what topic we were
Oh,
on.
We're
I
actually
don't know.
now in.
Cars. We talked
This
last
is
car.
the most out there podcast.
The last car we touched
It's
on
only
was the
had HQ
VY.
since I was
Jeez,
Yes.
we're way past that.
How long have you had the HQ for?
like 22, 23 years now, like since I was 14.
Have you got any other cars?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like, so you've got your XE,
Yep.
you've got your GQ,
Yep.
you daily drive an FG.
Yep.
Is there anything else tucked away?
Did he say the XE?
The Fairlane
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it doesn't
the
get
Fairlane,
driven
sorry.
anymore.
I got the Fairlane as well.
Oh, so there's
Yeah.
two of
But
them.
then we had that, we had
No,
that.
so he's got the XE, the white one, and he's got the Fairlane, which is just a toolbox.
It's a
at this
shell
point.
car at the moment.
Yeah,
shelf.
it's called the parts lane.
Yeah.
Parts lane,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I got, those cars.
Oh, the
But
parts.
then I had,
lane.
so we just,
Yes,
I had an XG as well, that we did like a 1 day build on it. We just slammed it, put wheels on it.
Still got the XG.
That's sold.
So-
No
so
one
I-
knows that. That's this.
Yeah, that's
podcast
this.
First.
Yeah, so that
Podcast
car's
first.
gone. I sold that car.
I love that thing. That was
I
cool.
loved it too.
So many people did.
And I'm not going to lie, I dailied that thing for 3 months straight. And I freaking love driving
Is
it.
that going to be that one car you regret selling?
No, because to be honest with you, I actually preferred the build.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the build of that car. We enjoyed the 1 day build.
Yeah, that was.
Like
was
the
good
video
fun.
went really well. And we don't really care if, about the view count on a video, but we enjoyed doing
It was
I wouldn't
something you
dumb
enjoyed.
shit. I wouldn't say dumb shit to it, but just doing
He played spec mods.
He played his stuff. Like we slammed it, we diff dumped it. Extractors, J3. We put a stage 4 cam in it.
Everything just to make you smile.
And
Stuff that makes you smile.
Exactly right. And the thing sounded angry. I would rock up to so many places, people losing their mind that it was an LS or a 5 litre in it.
So that sun visor you got in your car, is that a P-plate mod?
Nah, that's a grandpa mod.
Why don't we dive into the background? Yeah, they can see
The
it in
last car we touched
Yeah,
on was
so
the
the
Cortina.
Cortina is Dad's car. We've built multiple cars for my old man, for Tin Man. But this is a bit of a love relationship, this car. So Dad has always wanted a Cortina.
Does it have the Cordy plates?
No, he sold the Cordy plates.
No, that would have been
So,
perfect.
Yeah. Dad always wanted a Cortina because he would always bang on about this story when I think he was 16 years old, where he went in his V8 Cortina and the thing was a riot, like it had a Windsor in it. And then he bought so many Cortinas, like so many. I remember we were going to his factory at the time in Slater Parade, We pulled up to the lights next to this brown XLE Cortina TD, and he said to the guy at the lights, he's like, "Hey mate, do you want to sell the car?" No shit. We pulled over. Dad bought the car off him. That's just how it happened.
Yep.
You know. Anyway, so he bought the car. It had a turbo cross flow in it, and then he's like, "I want you guys to put a 5 litre in it," and I was like, "We're not doing a 5 litre." You know, I was like, "We're not doing that." Took him for a drive in fairlane. He's like, "Yep, cool." Sold, single cam me. You know, overhead single cam me, and then that's where this kind of took on pretty full on build. Like,
so Intech is overhead cam, and
this has an AU Intech engine in it, fully built by Anth at Horsepower Junkie. He built the bottom end and head as well for the XE. It's mini tubbed in the rear end. It's got a C4 with a trans brake. So this car should be finished this year for DC, and should be a pretty stout combo, to be honest. Should be a tough street car.
I like it.
Yeah.
Are the cameras all right?
Yeah, cameras all good.
Battery?
I just checked them.
All
yeah.
good? Yeah.
I'll check this one.
Just quickly.
Yeah, maybe check that one then, make sure
Yeah,
she's all
so
good.
You know, we're up to an hour.
Holy crap.
How long do you normally run for? You just go for
Yeah, we're at
a...
an hour and 2 minutes.
I'll probably cut it in 15, 20.
Both
We're still,
batteries are big. No one's on 50 something. No one's on 68.
Yeah.
So,
you keep... Ready?
yep, pretty true. So,
You keep mentioning DC, Drag Challenge.
Yep.
How many times have you competed in Drag Challenge?
Oh, Michael, you can talk for a bit.
Oh, that's because you don't know the number, and I don't know either. I think it's been 4 times. I think we've done the week event 3 times, and we did the weekend once.
Yeah.
But in saying that, you compete in your car. Obviously, you're...
Well, Michael's always passengered. I think.
Last year was the first year that I competed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like to know. I like to think that I opened Michael's horizons to a lot of things. I remember when he's seen the
Don't say
external
that while you get your
wastegate.
hand on my leg.
Sorry. I like to say that I remember when he first seen the external wastegate on the fairlane, he's like, "What's this do?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's called a screamer pipe." And he's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "It just goes out the side and it screams, you know." And then, but
and that goes back to he's got the brains. And
Michael, can you wire my
But
subwoofer?
Michael did his first DC, so Michael's always passengered with me.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been us. We built the car. We know the car like the back of our hand. You know, and Michael did it the first time ever in the Sandman last year, and also took on the install of putting nitrous on the day one at
In the pits.
in the pits,
In scrutineering
day one
day.
scrutineering on his Sandman, and so Michael did his first DC last year. I mean, he did have Miss Chatterbox as a passenger, but I think he still had a good week, didn't he?
Oh, I had a ball. Like,
Yes.
James Mackey. James
Mackey,
Mackey came with
yeah.
me. And it was his first DC as a passenger.
Good old Mackie.
And we had a ball. Like, I had such a good time. Like I said, I'm DC to me, it's for the fast cars. So I loved going with Nathan and just crewing. I didn't feel like I didn't like, I have to compete in this. I was quite happy just passengering, getting along. And especially when you're filming the event, it's so hard to film it, as we learnt when I was competing. It was so much harder than it was to just be a passenger, because you could actually plan your day, charge your cameras, get everything ready. So passengering to me was fine. I took the Sandman purely as a B car, because the original plan was Daniel, my brother, was going to take the Ute for the last time before he sold it. That didn't end up happening because he just had a newborn, couldn't get away, so he ended up pulling the pin. And I said, well, what am I going to take then? And then the fastest car I have is the Sandman, which I've never drag raced before. And then I said,
No,
well,
you did hard ass, don't lie.
I did it in that. Dad drove.
Oh, you never raced the Sand. Yeah.
So, and I'm like, well, I'll take the Sandman. I asked Street Machine, I'm like, you happy if this comes along? Because I know it's not fast, just so to speak. And they're like, yep, no, it's cool, so it's fine.
But if you compete and dial your own, man, if you're consistent every time out, you'll probably take out the class.
Yeah, well, I ended up
So-
going stick shift because it was stick shift. So I said, I'll go in stick shift and I'll go as a manual. And to be honest, I kind of felt a little bit that I had to, because there was a period where we were pushing for a stick shift class because we wanted to get Mackie involved, and we wanted also Bruce Howie to have his own class as well too, because he's a stick shift guy and there's not many guys that do DC and stick shift. So we were pushing for it. And Talfo came back and said, if you can get 6 cars or 5-6 cars, I'll make a stick shift class. And I said, well, I'll take the Sandman. It's just as a joke. And ended up
Just to get the class going. So was that last year?
That was last year.
Yep.
Was the first year they ran it. And then because I knew that it was slow, and I felt like it didn't really fit in there, I'm like, well, then I'm going to put it on nitrous. and just at least see what happens.
Just gas it.
Yeah.
Probably would have helped if you put it in third properly as well.
Yeah, well, there's that. We're still having issues with that, but we're getting around it. But I'll cop shit for that forever.
Sorry, man. You lost that one, didn't you?
So obviously I noticed.
Even though
He
I
can't
can't talk
laugh.
shit because I drove it the other day and I kept missing things.
Is that the first thing you done?
Yeah.
Well,
is that on camera?
I drove it. Yeah, I drove it hard, and I just went, "Oh wow, it is quite hard, isn't it?"
Yeah.
so obviously you're a fan of your manuals. Obviously this being originally a 3 on the tree and an Aussie 4-speed.
Yeah.
And then you got the Sandman, which is a manual as well,
Yeah.
and your brother's Ute was a manual as well.
Daniel's was
Turbo.
a Ute as well too.
Yeah. Now, what was? We'll dive into the Sandman actually. Let's go into the build of it because that's one car we haven't talked about yet, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
So
the build on that car was just pretty random.
Yeah.
It was pretty smoky, and then Michael's like, "Let's just pull the engine out. It's like a 5-second job."
Yeah.
And then Anth.
it's got a
rebuilt the
308.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a 308 in it. So that car I built many years ago when I had this car originally, and I couldn't drive this on my Ps because it was the new laws came in, so I couldn't drive in a 253 on a Ps.
So what? You had a 6-cylinder registered car for V8 in it, or
Yeah, no. So then I bought a panel van and I built that into what you see it now because same thing, it didn't look like that, and I had a 202 in it. I drove that on my Ps until I got off my Ps, and then I bought a.
Okay, so you did abide by the laws. You didn't.
Yeah, no, it was legit.
okay,
Yeah, it was
cool.
a six-cylinder 202, ran like a dream, and then I'm like, I found a mate of mine had a 308 sitting around. I threw that in, and it was just blew a lot of smoke, heaps of blow by. I had no guts to it, and after years of driving it like that, I said, let's pull it out, and I'll get Anthony to do a rebuild on it, and he built like it's a fairly mild. I wouldn't say it's probably decent mildly.
Still 308.
I was
Yeah, still
like
308, yeah.
this close to 355.
We were close, but it was only because
just
it's got
couldn't get in.
same as this car. It's got a Falcon T5 behind it, and that's the weak link in the whole thing. So I'm like, if I go 355, I got to upgrade diff, gearbox. I don't want to do that. I just want a mild 308. So that's what we went with. And so mild 308s, Falcon T5 behind it, Salisbury with a disc track in it from Diff King, and now it's on the bottle. So we put a 100 shot into it,
And running ice ignition as well.
and
which
running nice ignitions. That's the latest thing we did to it.
Yeah.
So that car, it hasn't been on the channel that much because we haven't really done all that much to it. We did a build on the engine years and years ago. That went in. Then I didn't drive it much because I still had a couple of issues with
The carby.
carbies because I didn't know carbies. I've never played with carbies.
You know what I'm thinking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
a carby's a carby.
Dude,
When you open those, it just sucks the birds out.
Sucking bitches.
Yeah. So even up to the point where we were taking a DC with Mackie, it wasn't running great. It never ran great with the carby. I put a wideband sensor in so I could tune it on the go. So we were tuning it on the road to Adelaide for DC, trying to get to run right. And by the time
Tune it on the fly while you're racing.
yeah, pretty much like with the screwdriver, we were like, okay, that didn't work. Put a bit more fuel in it, change the accelerator. And I'm learning all this because I don't know carbies.
Changing jets and all that sort
Didn't
of
do
stuff.
jets. Haven't
No.
done jets yet because that was too scary and I didn't have any spare gaskets. If I pulled the bowls off, I was worried I was going to leave myself stranded. So we left it. We were tuning the carby and like I fell in love with the whole carby thing. I totally get it. Like, you know, there's just diehard carby guys. I was always like, I don't know how to use them, so I'm not going to use them. That's why I went the sniper on this.
your old man didn't know much about carbies?
Yeah, Dad knows carbies,
Yep.
and he's pretty good with them. Like, he's
Yep.
handy with them, and like a lot of the old guys around that know carbies, they're disappearing pretty quickly. So
Yep.
there's a lot of young guys are trying to learn them, and learning it has been a really good experience. Like, I'm not a carby guy per se. I don't know them very well, but I'm learning. And the plan was originally when I was trying to do this whole 253 build, the best 253 in Australia build, that the sniper gear was going to come off this and I was going to throw it onto the Sandman because it would work really, really well with the Sandman with that engine. But now I actually don't want to do it. I want to leave the
Leave
Sandman
it
as
carby.
carby because it's so responsive and so snappy.
And it was fun at Calder.
I had a ball. I love racing that thing. Like, I go periods with my cars where I love driving one more than the other, depending on which is more exciting. And this has been the winner for so long. But now I just want to jump in that and drive it. That thing is just such a
You
good
have like
engine.
the door open on the back for like aerodynamics, like the window.
And you just
Yeah,
get
up
all the
and
exhaust gas sucked in. You end up crying because you're so running rich. And,
Talk about aerodynamics. When you were racing your brother's Ute, did you find any difference when he was doing the runs with the tailgate up or down? You see these Ute guys with their tailgates down.
we tried both.
We had this
We took the hard lid
conversation.
off too.
We took the
didn't
hard lift off
Yeah.
and we did drop the thing. I don't know whether it made a difference because he wasn't consistent enough in his runs.
Yeah.
He was still learning at the time
Well,
to get it down the track.
Funny enough, I had this conversation with Alex Whitehead, Weapon XR at Jamboree, and he's like, look, Mescos's car obviously is doing a lot more mile now than Alex, even though Alex, funny enough, just took the barra record off Mescos. But, man, he said, I've raced with a toner cover, like the soft cover. I've raced with no tailgate. I've raced with a tailgate. And he doesn't really seem to notice a difference. So, I don't know. It's just preference and what car you've got at the end of the day. But if you're reaching close to 200 mile an hour, then you're gonna feel it.
Oh yeah, 100%. And when you're in those sort of increments where you can see, Daniel wasn't quite there when he was driving that car, and like. If you ever watch the footage of Daniel driving through DC and stuff like that, that car was a handful for him to drive. It was not set up to go drag racing. It was never supposed to be in the original format. And then he just went and put 400 kilowatts into it and went racing with it with bushes that were flogged out in a diff, and that thing was hard to drive. And if you see some of the in-car footage I've seen of him shifting gears, he's going as hard as I reckon anybody possibly could in that car, and he's got his hands full. Like, I couldn't do it. There's no way I could shift the way that he was doing it. And just wrestling it down the track, it just scares the shit out of me. On the street, it scares the shit out of me.
So I think we're up to date on most builds. Obviously, well, we touched on a lot about the fairlane, but not much about.
What's about that? Can we talk about that?
Tirana, yeah. So the Tirana is, well, we finished it as far as like it was. We got it ready. We got it ready for a rod run last year, which is what Daniel wanted to take it to. Unfortunately, we had a gearbox issue where the gearbox just wasn't happy and ended up killing itself. So it's gone back now. We've sent it back to DTM. They've looked over it. They're doing a health check on it, rebuilding it, make sure it's all good. It's there at the minute because we put, we haven't released it yet, but we've changed the shifter out in it because the aeroflow shifter we had in originally caused a lot of issues with the box. We've changed that. And just to be sure, because it's cost Daniel a substantial amount of money to this gearbox and everything, it's gone back now to DTM to get aligned and make sure they're happy with it, to make sure it's spot on. And hopefully it's going to come back to us soon and we can go for
bloody spot on.
Yeah.
That car was kind of rushed in the end though. Like, we were nearing DC, XE wasn't ready. Michael wanted to do a lot of changes to the Sandman before it. Daniel wanted the car for Bright. It was madness.
Yeah, the last week DC, it was probably the one time where I was exhausted. I was absolutely wrecked going into DC, and then we went and did 7 days of racing. Like it was,
it was pretty.
There was a lot going on in that time.
That was the most brutal DC, I reckon. I was so tired that week.
That was hard, and especially because that was the first time, like I said, me and Nathan had split up. It was. It made it a big difference as far as what we have to do, because racing it is one thing, but when you're trying to film an event, as you guys would know, it's so much harder than what you'd ever think it is.
It's hard on a one-day event when you're only there for 5 hours, let alone
a whole week.
5 days, and then you've got to drive to and from.
Yeah, and then you're having breakdowns, so you're rolling into your hotel at 11 o'clock at night, having to download all the footage, charge all the cameras, get everything ready for the next day, check the car over, and then you're leaving at 6 o'clock in the morning next day to get to your next destination. DC is a hard slog. Like I've always said to Nathan, I'd love to do it one year where we just didn't film.
I was about to say that. Have you thought of maybe getting someone to follow you?
We have talked about that maybe one year we'd love to have, like, just hire a videographer and say, can you just follow our journey? Because
I know a bloke.
Well, I've been saying I want to enter Drag Challenge. I don't know if I'll be able to compete with my car this year, but I'd personally would love to just go and experience it first before I go and dive in.
What's stopping you from competing, huh?
Not ready for it. I haven't even run a good time in my car yet. Man.
Neither did we. We went to DC for the first time without ever sitting.
Yeah, you do know that we went
and the problem is I don't want to limit myself to a 10-0 when I know
we did our first DC never racing before.
We've never raced in our lifetime.
My problem is I know I can run my car at the back door and I might do 150, 155 mile an hour.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that without testing the car and having it dialed in beforehand.
Well,
that's true.
The one thing I'll say is one year we did DC with the year that the fairlane died before we got there and scrutineering. And we jumped in this car, the B car, and we followed it. We just followed the event.
We just followed along.
And honestly, and there's a lot of guys that do it, that just follow the event and like they'll bring caravans and just pull behind and stay at the track and everything. We had just as much fun following the event as we did competing in the event.
Yeah.
And that's something I'd love to do. So maybe, who knows?
Yeah, it's big days though. I'll admit that, because the difference is when you're racing, usually you do your pass in the morning and then you'll move on and do your big drive. But if you're spectating like we were filming it, you stayed till the end of racing. So you didn't leave the track until 4 o'clock, like the actual Street Machine guys that are actually filming it. Like that, those guys are going to bed at 4 o'clock every morning because they're editing and filming and releasing the next day. It's insane.
But
I've heard some great Drag Challenge stories.
I never want to whinge about how hard DC is, because there's boys out there, the big bangers, the NA boys, that do it 10 times harder.
Even the turbo guys as well, man.
We've never had a major issue doing DC. Yeah, touch wood. But there's,
I was about to say, who the fuck not?
who's
here?
You got your boys doing 8s. Like, you got to hand it to them, because they're not doing their drives till 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, they're swapping out lifters and rockers and all this other shit.
Exactly right. So I'll never ever whinge about it being, like...
Yeah. Oh, we do it cruisy.
We do it really cruisy.
Adam Rogash done it in a Ford Ranger. So
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, we do a cruisy, we got a 4-speed, we got overdrive, we got lock up in the converter, but that's why we're slower.
yeah,
If we
Yeah,
want to go
exactly
faster,
right.
we need to lose the comfort.
yeah. You can't have the best of both worlds.
No, you can't.
unfortunately.
We're,
You know?
I would say we're probably on that fine line where we're going fast enough, we're having a great time, and it's still a reasonably fast car.
Yeah.
But the car, we build our cars specifically for this event to be able to get through the event, enjoy it, and actually have the longevity. We're not pushing every track like most guys would. Like your Bruce Howie's, the guy that blows a diff nearly every track he goes to. His whole idea of going out racing is I am going as hard as I can. I don't care whether it's day one or the last day. I'm going out to go as fast as I ever could.
Yeah.
And if I blow the car up or blow the diff, that's so be it. Whereas we're going out there, let's just get it down the track, run a good time. We're happy, move on. Let's just get through the event.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes down to the fact that obviously we're filming it. And for the viewers, we want to show them the whole event.
Put
too.
something on as well. Yeah, you don't want to cut your day short. Back to the actual YouTube channel. You've got a few sponsors as well that have come on board.
Yeah,
luckily.
so
So you
we are-
mentioned who? Sorry,
Team Performance.
Yep, were the
So
first ones.
Yeah, so we've got TI Performance, Raceworks, King Chrome. That's about it.
Yeah, so they're our major
Yeah.
sponsors. We have other sponsors that sort of jump on board for different builds, like Crow Cams and stuff are jumping on board
Yeah,
with
yes.
this,
Yep.
ACL, TuneTech as well too, so he's the guy that tunes all our cars.
Yeah, Jake from TuneTech.
Massive sponsor as well too and supporter of the channel.
ECU stuff.
Is that again, sorry?
No
ECU stuff.
So we get our ECUs through TI Performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have a preference with ECUs?
Well, we've kind of only dealt with haltech.
Yep.
You know, it's obviously it's made easy, haltech. You know, our
A
Jake,
lot of plug and play
Jake
stuff.
is used to Motec. You know, it's the haltech is baby to him. You know, he's like, whatever, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Make go fast. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously we use haltech because it's easy, Australian made. Yeah, that's about it.
Where-
Plus, I didn't even think we could afford Motec stuff.
Where did your name originate from? How'd that all come about? Was that-
Hackshop Garage. That was a funny one. That it was when I started Instagram years ago. I was trying to figure out what do I call it, and the whole idea of the Instagram that I started was it was supposed to be about workshop hacks, stuff to try and make things easier or cool things that you see, you know, on reels and stuff like that. And that's where the name Hack came out of. And just Hackshop, and then it also became because we're hacks. We're not professionals, we're not pros. We're just having a crack, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's where. So it's kind of twofold for that reason, I suppose.
And so is four-wheel drives a thing that people might be seeing a bit more on your page now? Or?
Yeah, well, obviously we know the four-wheel driving community and scene is massive in Australia. You know, like doing what we're doing here, you know, we love it and everything, but the thing is, like a lot of people forget, is we were four-wheel drivers. We love four-wheel driving and camping, you know, and that's what we did a lot. So we were like, you know, stuff it. Let's do some four-wheel drive stuff. So obviously now My Patrol is now on the channel.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people love four-wheel drive content. You know, it's massive in Australia. So we thought, why not show it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sounds a bit like you.
the
your
GQ's
ideas.
getting a TD.
I reckon it's got to happen now. It has
Look,
to.
a motor swap needs to happen in that car, yeah. What it is, I don't know. You know, maybe driving your GU was enough to.
So shout out to Boss Mechanical. Guy, I've got you another customer.
It goes really well, that car. Eh? Fire it up.
If they're built properly, I
Yeah.
think they're done. Like,
Yeah.
I've done a few Ks on it now. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
But like we had a conversation off camera, you're building that GQ to be a tourer.
Yes.
So I don't see any point of putting a petrol motor in a touring four-wheel drive. That's my theory behind it.
Yeah, I might have to disagree with you a little there.
Ooh.
I don't see an issue with a petrol car.
Yeah?
Like I would have loved to TB48 swap it. They're a great motor.
Yeah.
You know, they drink, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, I never whinge about filling up my car. If I love cars, I'm not going to whinge about filling it up. You know what I mean? I choose to drive these juice guzzlers.
You
know?
call yourself a four-wheel driver. I feel like you haven't done some hard stuff. So
Hang on. This is the thing, right? That TB42, when I bought that car like 6-7 years ago, that has never failed me, that car. I did Dargo to Bright, like it was like a 3-4 day trip with no alternator.
What time of the month?
What time of the month?
No, I'm
do you
being
mean?
serious. What time of the month?
Oh, it wasn't through winter.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. That's why I didn't fail you.
But that car never failed me. Like, I got rid of all the crap that was put on it. So, like, the clicky-clack fuel pump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The gas system. I put a carby. I got a carby freshly rebuilt. Put a mechanical fuel pump back in it. You know, we did a long range tank in it. Got it back to factory. Just reliability, and that car has never failed me. It ticks its head off, yeah, but that's normal.
So when you go to Cape York and you just dip your TB into Nolan's and the thing starts spluttering.
I'm not going to lie to you. I want to
on.
do Fraser, and I would not take it with that running gear because.
But it's a Tourer.
I know. I want to engine swap it. I want to engine swap it, but we can't all just go splash and cash.
No, everyone can have a
Because
single cam and a TD
how
control.
I see it right now is it's a running and driving car. Spend the money at the moment on tray, canopy setup.
Yep.
Get it camping livable.
Chop it.
Chop it. Get it camping livable. I can still use the car.
Yeah.
And then when I'm ready to go with an engine swap, do it. You know what I mean?
Have you got something in mind at the moment?
I've had a Barra
He
sitting
changes
there.
his mind every 3 seconds. Not even worth asking him.
I've had a Barra sitting there for so freaking long.
Yeah.
But, there's so many nice swaps out there now.
Yeah. M57 swap.
Exactly.
I'd like to
mentioned
play
that
with one of them. I'd like to do
Yeah.
that, just something different.
So
'Cause I've done
exercise.
the TD42 turbo,
Yeah.
so I can say that.
So for people that don't know what M57 is, it's actually out of a BMW X5.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler Thompson's actually doing one at the moment in a GU Series
That'd
4.
be very
Yeah.
interesting.
And they're actually a very reliable motor.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are doing it. We actually had a conversation earlier on during the week, and I said, haven't seen a GQ with M57. About 6 of them have popped up on Marketplace
Yeah,
now.
they'll
So,
be everywhere now.
yeah, but maybe that could be something good for your channel.
It was funny. I was reading the comments and someone said M57 swap.
Yeah.
And then it kind of started the battle of the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Because everyone was commenting like, do you want him to break down? And I was just like, geez, okay, are we seeing some issues here? But I feel like every engine swap, there's issues.
Exactly.
Like, I'm talking to Harris.
There's no perfect engine, otherwise we'd all drive one engine. wouldn't
Exactly
we?
right.
Yeah.
But factory fitted engine, you can't go wrong with.
Yeah, exactly. The other thing is as well, for argument's sake, say we're going to go a bit into patrol talk. Do your viewers follow the four-wheel drive content? Do you find...
Well, as in other channels?
No, your channel. Do you find when you post up the four-wheel drive content...
This is our first time
This
stepping
is probably
into
the first
Yeah.
time. Like, we've done little snippets of it here and there, like rundowns of our four-wheel drives and stuff, and we did a little bit of stuff with my Maverick back in the day, and even his car. Like, we've done stuff. And I reckon that, like, subscribers that'll watch us every week will watch it, and then you'll also grab a new audience, people that, don't know us before, they've just seen a patrol or something like that, and... four-wheel driving in Australia is huge. It's the biggest market on YouTube that there's going to be. And if you wanted to get, make money out of YouTube, do four-wheel drives.
Yeah.
Don't do this stuff.
So what's your opinion? So any engine swaps? So say like in patrols, there's Cummings, there's M57s, there's trying to think, LS swaps is another
Barras.
popular one, Barras.
Yeah.
My theory is as well, if you got an engine swap, like what you guys were saying, there's always some sort of problem, there's always something niggly. If you're in the middle of a desert and you snap an engine mount, can you imagine trying to call up a place and say, how are you going to get an engine mount for a swapped Barra like out there?
Well, exactly right.
If you got a TD in it,
Yeah.
you say, hey, I just need an engine mount for a TD, you'll probably sort yourself out.
Well, I agree with you. That's why I'm kind of like, I'd love to do a swap.
Yeah.
But it's like, cool, I need this specialty power steering hose that loops here, it does a corkscrew here, and it needs to bolt on here.
Actually, I need this heater hose from a Camry and then this
Yeah.
other heater
Yeah.
hose from a
Exactly right.
Lexus
Yeah.
or something.
You know what? That relates exactly, even with Dray Challenge street cars for us as well too. When we build our cars, we're trying to use as much factory stuff as we possibly can. Because
or off-the-shelf parts.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you're in DC and you're in the middle of nowhere, like when our power steering pump shut itself just outside of Bendigo and we were stranded, it's as simple as we put up a post saying, hey, we need an EL power steering pump.
Yeah.
Hasn't been changed, hasn't got any weird fittings on it. It's all factory fitting and it's going to work because you can get it anywhere.
Or even as simple as just using quick off-the-shelf stuff, like say, for example, Raceworks 200s to use hose or something.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Stuff that you're going to be able to get in the middle of nowhere. Because
And-
so many times
yeah.
we see at DC where you see guys break down and they're like, oh, I need this one random piece that only
Because
came off
they've
this
put
car.
a 1UZ in like a Tirana or
Yeah,
something.
and
like
it's
stupid.
just not going to work. And look, that's why the LSs and the Barras work so well at DC because you can go anywhere and you're going to find parts from.
If you shoot a thermostat, you can find one
Yeah,
anywhere.
exactly right.
You know, heater taps, like, the like notorious stuff Aussie cars are known for breaking, like stuff like that, radiators, like, all simple stuff like that. You can find it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly right.
Plugs, coils, like all that stuff.
Would you guys start filming four-wheel drive trips?
We've talked about it. It's probably not something that we'd be so interested in doing because, like, filming four-wheel drive trips, like, it's so much involved.
Yeah.
There's so much, and like we've done stuff with King Chrome where we've filmed four-wheel driving and going out in their race bugs and stuff. And what you see on camera, in the video, it looks great for half an hour, but there's days and days of work and setting up shots and getting in front of the bog hole and then going back through the bog hole just to be able to get that shot.
Yeah.
It all looks seamless and it looks fantastic, but it's so much. And
So much to
our four-wheel driving and that side that we do is sort of our time off, and I don't know whether I'd want that to mix. You know what I mean? The same thing with like Bright Rod Run. We go Bright Rod Run every year. I'll never film it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to film Bright Rod Run because that's our time when we go away and we can enjoy it. You know.
Yeah. Your families go up with you as
well?
well?
We go up with family.
Yeah.
It's go cruising the cars, and for that weekend, I don't want to pick up a camera and have to worry about making socials and stuff like that.
I think you lose the love for it.
You do.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
And like, I think that's why we prefer this type of content.
Yeah.
Purely because there's no wait, let me just get that. It's just grab that camera, I'm putting this part on. Like that's it. One take wonders.
There's no setups. We don't film with setups. We don't be like, now let's get the angle here. Let's put this on. I missed it. Take it off. If it's on, it's on.
Yeah.
If we miss a shot, we miss a shot.
Yeah.
And now we don't have like a toolbox meeting at the start of the day. We have a brief idea like this is what we want to achieve, but it's not like we've got a script. We're just going to wing it and see what happens.
Yes.
It's funny. We'll start the episode and it'll be like, oh, so maybe just say, no, it's all good. We'll just go for it.
And that's how you get natural reactions and things flow. And that's why our podcast is the way it is.
Yeah.
We've got no script. We just roll with it.
Yeah.
Still on four-wheel drives. Your last episode.
Man,
We're not called Prostreet Talk
He's
anymore.
not going to leave me alone until there's a TD in that car.
It's gone from Prostreet Talk to Patrol Talk. It's full name.
He called me
You know
during
what?
the week.
Start a new podcast with this bloke. I'm out.
That's an idea. Let's do it. Four-wheel
I'm
drive
now on
podcast.
Hackshop. We're swapping.
So
editors.
In one of your episodes, and there's a great company out in Lilydale. He is now Rob from Razzler Engineering, and he watches your page.
Yep.
He was on a podcast called The Wild Side, and there's a cheeky little Y62 in the background that I want to ask about it. Yeah, do you want?
Bastard.
I believe it's the only chopped Y62. Are we ever going to see that car complete?
Yeah, so Dad has surprisingly, he's done the first of chops on I think all the Y62s. So I think, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he did the first single cab, he did the first dual cab, and there is now a style side single cab Y62 out there. That's been put away for no one to see. It's seen on the Hackshop episode, so if you want to get the views up on the patrol video,
Go ahead and
go
watch
see
it.
it.
World's first.
But yeah, so there is another one-off coming from the Tin Man.
Any idea when that could be finished?
Nah, no idea.
Yeah.
No
Is that
idea.
going to get a TD
Something
in
you
it?
don't
The running gear that's going in that car is going to be very interesting.
to a TD.
So no VK56?
I can't say anything.
Just yes or no?
No.
Come on.
Why don't you?
No.
Hold on.
You'll never guess.
Oh, his mind's racing.
I've got the perfect engine swap for your car now.
Yeah.
Just whoop, new patrol engine in yours.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that.
That'd be cool.
Dude.
With a Harrop blower.
Why don't
Yeah,
you VK56 it?
I'm honestly not going to lie. That would be cool. That would be really cool.
I'd
How would it
love
go
to do that.
for weight-wise?
The
Are they
engine.
still? Do they still
They're
have the full
full
interior?
alloy block, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they are.
It wouldn't be heavier than the TB42.
Dude,
But
300
there
kilowatt.
has to be a problem because else why hasn't it been done yet?
Well, they have
Because
transmission
no one's
issues,
stupid
don't they?
enough to go buy a VK56 and put it in a $5,000 GQ. Let's just face it. I'm just saying it the way it is.
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Can you do it? Seriously, why don't you do it?
Man, everyone just says, "Oh, just do this, just do this." But
Comment
at
down
the end
below.
of the day-
Comment down below
If you've
you wanna
made it this
see
far in the episode,
a VK56 in the GQ.
Or
How many likes?
crossflow.
I want to see it.
How many likes to make it happen?
It's like that. It's like the famous saying: "You want to see it, can't see it."
Someone go fund me.
That's an idea for you.
Nah,
Hey, let's talk to the brains man. Could it
Look, I'd love to do it because I like weird and strange things.
And a Johnny Teague turbo kit on it? That would blow the internet up.
yeah, it probably would.
So you can get off-the-shelf turbo kits for Y62s.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
learning for me. Wow.
You'll get there, mate. You'll be all right.
Hey, this is someone that's never owned a four-wheel drive. You can't even pick on me, man.
Yeah.
All right. So, will we see an RB on there?
Oh man,
If it was
how
up to-
many
if it was up
times?
to him, then
How
it
many
would be,
times
yeah.
have I said to Michael, "Man, I really want to do." So Daniel's Tirana, I was hounding on an RB swap, hounding him on RB30 swap, but they like their V8s, and V8s are tough. In all fairness,
RB Tiranas are cool.
but
Like,
RB Tiranas are sick.
A
I
Razor?
remember Full Boost did that blue one, like that light blue one, silver bumpers, RB30 swap. Loved that car. Loved it.
orange hatch as well, a Razor.
There's a few now.
Yeah.
Like, there's an RB30 swap VR Commodore. Because VLK frame bolts straight in.
That's Jacob's mate.
Mr. Pavlovsky
Yeah.
built that car. With an RB30, he pulled the running gear out of his VL and put it in the VR. I would love to do an RB30.
Twin cam or single cam?
It's probably single cam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's where it's
but
at.
like I'd said to Michael VL, but man, they're so rusty. They're so rusty.
Yeah.
Do a patina
and
build.
Working on a VK and stuff like that, we've realised the VLs and VKs, there's nothing in them.
Yeah,
There's no chassis to
they're
them.
pretty.
What about when you rip them apart? They're actually a tin can.
Yeah, they're a tin
well,
can.
that's what I mean. There's
Yeah.
nothing to them. Like I didn't realise to actually get them to put power through them and actually get the power through without twisting the hell out of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work that goes into it, and it was like same with the Tirana. Same with Tirana.
Well, it's almost funny car. Like I know Manny DeBrincat's VL. That chassis is at its limit. Like I remember talking to him last. He said, "No, that car's done. Like I can't go any faster.
yeah.
The chassis is done."
Would you, people that are listening, if someone's got a VL sitting there, would you take on a project from somebody
Yeah,
else?
it must
or-
be Nana owned, no rust,
Sunroof.
factory RB30 sunroof.
No, say someone had a shell that had no rust in it, it was ready for running gear.
So this is
Would you take something on like
This
that?
is something we could probably touch on.
Because you've got that Tirana outside,
So
which you want to touch on.
we get. Oh, you can talk about it.
Yeah, so we've actually got a car at the minute that we're taking on for the first time as a viewer's car.
Yeah,
It's not something
customer's
we've ever
car.
done before.
Yeah.
And they reached out saying, do we want to... They've got a Tirana that's basically very similar to my brother's, nearly identical setups. It's got a power glide in it. And they asked, can we wire it together? And we said, well, normally we don't, but, we sort of wrapped our heads around wiring a little bit here, and he needed the hands. I was like, yeah, we'll take it on. So
Yeah.
it's the first time we're taking it on. We get asked a lot to take on people's builds and ask if we would build people's cars for them, and a lot of the time we will say like, we're not mechanics, man, we're not professionals, we don't know what we're doing, we can't guarantee the work, so we don't feel comfortable doing that. And also the other thing is that people need to realise, especially to put it on camera, and we've said to my brother and my mates, and we've done cars for, if it goes on camera and we're filming it, it needs to be finished. It's not like, I've run out of cash here, or I can't finish it now, I'm going to put it on the side. It needs to, if we're building it and we say we need parts to finish it, the parts need to keep coming.
Yeah.
The part needs to keep flowing, because we can't hold up the build because we've just decided we don't want the car anymore, or we're sick of it, or
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? So it needs to be done. So we need commitment for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And without knowing the people that we're working for and stuff like that, it was always something that we didn't really feel comfortable doing. But this Tirana that we've had come across us, Nathan knows the bloke from years and years ago, so it sort of was the start of the first build that we've sort of taken on, and a good one to start with as well too.
I say, how far down the line can people start seeing that on the channel?
Well, it should be in the next couple of weeks, I reckon, because at the moment we're in a weird stage, which we never usually are, where we have a bunch of unfinished episodes. So our episodes, historically, have always been, we film them in one day and that's it. One day is it's then released next week or whatever, or maybe 2 days if we run out of time. We don't film stuff.
We'll
over
spend a
long
day or
periods.
so editing it as well.
Yeah, exactly right. But for some reason, we've got like 4 cars on the go at the minute, and all of them are held up for some particular reason, whether it be waiting for parts, waiting for someone, waiting for pieces to arrive or something like that, or we've had a failure. So we're in this weird period where all of a sudden we've got all these projects, but we can't actually do any of them. So that's where this Tirana came by and said, yeah, sure, bring it in. We've got a bit of time.
Oh,
'Cause
nice.
keeping stuff going when you're trying to release stuff every week, trying to keep...
It's difficult trying to keep up to date with content and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, and just
as well.
to have content keep coming every week and trying to do something different every week is a lot harder than you would think.
So talk about content. Where can your viewers see Hackshop in the next couple of years? What's the plan?
Honestly, we're just going to keep going how we're going.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like we really want to, we're trying to do more 1 day builds and that, but at the same time, like we can't keep dropping so much money in content.
Yeah.
Like the that car with the XG was a fun build, and moved it on. That's we kind of want to try and get into that, get a car, build it, do something cool with it, move it on. but it's really hard starting that. Like, you know,
It's
we
not-
can all just keep dumping. You know, we have our own money pits. You know, Michael's got the QE. You know, I've got, you know, the XE and
The
stuff
Patrol.
like that. The Patrol. You know, we've all got our money pits that we want to spend our money on. You know, but you can't just keep throwing money at these
But
cars.
as well,
So-
it's like the first base might be like $1,000, and then the next time you find a car that might be a good deal, and it's like you have to find a solid foundation for it. It might be a $5,000 car,
Yeah,
or like
exactly
a $10,000
right.
car, and
Yeah.
then
And
where's your budget end on what
That's
you
the
want to
thing,
do
and,
to it?
Like a lot of people, like assume, oh, you're on YouTube, you make a ton of money, you must be
Yeah.
killing it. That's
No.
not the truth at all. Like we make money out of YouTube through advertising and merch stuff like that, but it's honestly enough to afford the parts that we're purchasing to be able to make the content. So the money that we're making out of YouTube goes straight back into buying the parts to then make content. So we end up basically at a net
Break
zero.
even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
break even. We're breaking even, and look, and at the end
not
of the day,
even.
yeah, well, even
Yeah.
sometimes not even that, but like, and
Yeah.
not, at the end of the day, like, Hackshop has taken us to places we never ever dreamed it would ever go.
Exactly
Like we've
right,
done
yeah.
so much in our time through Hackshop that it's blown us away, and where it's gotten to is just. I never expected it to be this way. I mean, the King Crone deal with King Crone jumping on board and fitting out not only this shed, but also the factory with over 50 grand worth of tools.
Yep.
Yeah.
You asked me 10 years ago what would be my dream. You know, that was it.
And not only that, from the channel, you've also got your own car club.
Yeah,
Yes,
we've got
we
our own
have
car
our own
club
car
as well
club.
too.
How many
Yeah.
members are in that?
There's like 150 members
Yeah.
in that membership. Not everyone has cars. Like some people just sign up to help support the channel or
Yeah.
help with
Yeah.
a membership discount and stuff.
Yeah.
Merch discounts and stuff.
Yeah.
But also like we've probably got maybe 50 or 60 cars on the books
Yeah.
as Club Reg in Victoria. So we do offer that to viewers if they want to get on board. They can
Something
reach
cool.
out. Yeah, they can reach out through our website and send us an inquiry, and we'll get
Yeah.
in touch with them. And
And
sort
you
all
guys have done a couple of events at Nathan's shop as well,
Well-
at the Melton headquarters.
I was just about to get to that about events. The channel is nearly at 50,000.
Mhm.
Can we see something for the viewers?
We,
Some-
we addressed this in the last Q&A that we did. Like, we
Yep.
want to do an event.
Yep.
The only issue is, like, one of the reasons why we started the Hacktory was because we wanted to hold events at the Hacktory so we could see the viewers, get in touch with them, people come in, see what's going on, all that sort of stuff. And we put an event on when we were at probably 30,000 subscribers, something like that,
Yeah.
which was the grand opening of the factory. And it was so big that
You soon realise how quick you run out of space.
we ran out of
Yeah.
space so much so that we filled High Street Melton.
Yeah.
And it was on the verge that we're like, everyone was really well behaved. Like, credit to everyone who came out. Like, there was no stupidity. There was a
Yeah.
couple of maybe locals that went through and sort of were a little bit rowdy. But
Yeah, a
other
couple
than
of TD42 patrols.
But other
Just
than that,
locals.
like, considering how big it got, and we just weren't prepared for it. We didn't think
Yeah.
it was going to be that big, and it blew us away. And we realised very quickly that holding another meet in that location is
Can't
just
happen.
it can't
Right.
happen because we're bigger now than what we were then.
So is it like a strictly members thing now if you were to do
yeah,
something?
so we do members meets. So every couple of months we try and do it so the members can come down.
Did one
and-
semi recently?
Yeah, we did a recent. What we do recent? Oh, we went for a drive to a pub. So we went
Yep.
for a
Yeah, we
pub
did like
lunch.
we did a breakup. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You had
then-
that really tough silver EA, I think it is.
Yeah, so Paul Rush's car, he's a part of the Hackshop Garage Car Club.
Yeah.
And that's got the Godzilla in it.
Yep. It's a really cool car.
Yeah, he did DC as well.
Yeah.
Is that a Geelong car?
Actually, I do need
Or-
to credit Danny Howe. He's
Yeah.
now the world's fastest Coyote.
Godzilla.
Godzilla, sorry.
Went
Now the world's
went
fastest
690
Godzilla. Well done, Danny Howe.
Um,
in a freaking tissue box Falcon.
Yeah.
we might
In
need
a
to
brick.
we might need to get Danny Howe on
We've-
to
we've-
talk about
We've
that.
made a short list of some
Yep.
more people
Yeah,
who want to get on.
That was I
So
was rooting there for that.
What a
Coyote Motors,
car,
you got
man.
that on your mind. So I believe that's what's going on.
No,
Godzilla.
so we spoke about Godzilla, sorry. And then we kind of put the pricing together for a
Yeah.
Godzilla and to put into the Fairlane.
Yeah.
And
But
I
in-
was just like, no, we can't. I
in
can't
the
put that
pricing
amount
of Godzillas and the talk about them and stuff,
Yeah.
all good and well. You can buy a crate engine for 14, 15 grand if you can get your hands on one.
But you
But
gotta
then
rebuild.
as well, okay, later on down the track, you're going to make it a forged engine and blow another tens of thousands of dollars at it and go see Frank at Dandy Engines and get him to build it for you. It's like, do you just start with a core and build a forged one, or do you go and just start with an NA unopened one? Because
Well, that's exactly where we were at. Was we can't just buy a crate engine and send it.
Hey, that's what Michael would have said
What?
about breaking it, opening it, and break. You would have been like, no, it'll be all right. We'll just send it.
Nah.
No, actually, it was him. He was the one
Oh,
that
really?
said, "Hang on a minute." Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you fight a lot off camera or on camera? Like for the viewers, like can we do the background stuff? Like, how many times have you like Nah, I'm not talking to him anymore. It's done.
Nah.
Never
Really?
once.
That's pretty good.
No.
Hats off to you.
No.
No.
We've had it a few times already, and we've only been here.
It's only
We
been
said
instigated
you guys
by
argue
you.
like a married couple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's something that like there's sometimes where it's kind of just like I want to do it this way, and it's like I want to do it this way, and it's like but barely,
So who gives in?
barely.
You know what we end up doing? We both end up doing our own thing, and then we come in and we go, all right, whose is better? And honestly, we've done things where we haven't agreed, and we go, all right, well, you do your way, I do my way, and then we come in and you go, all right, yours is better.
Yeah. Nah, that's grouse. Nah, well, that's what makes the channel what it is, guys.
Yeah.
And that's what
hats
makes
off to you.
Prostreet Talk what it is as well.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly right.
Hats off to you guys. This episode's coming like a build. We're already at a 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I think we should.
Is anyone still watching?
We haven't even talked about the XC yet.
Haven't we?
No, we haven't touched into it. Well, obviously, you said it's got the fairlane running gear, but we didn't say anything else.
Man, you're going to
And
have
that
some
was
fun
your
editing
first
this
car.
one. You're going to have to
Yeah.
cut so much out. Just
How
cut
long have
all
they?
the
How
patrol
long have
stuff.
you usually
cut
talked
it.
for?
An hour?
Holy
Our
crap.
longest episode was Charlie Dixon.
Yeah.
If
That
you
was
cut
long.
all the patrol stuff out, you'll have 15 minutes.
We're not chopping the patrol stuff out.
Just chop
telling you
it
from
like
now.
a patrol.
Well,
Well, the last thing I wanted to say was XE. So that was
Yep.
one of your first cars.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I bought the XE when I was 16.
Yep. You
Yeah.
want a Godzilla it one day?
Nah.
I'd love to.
Honestly, well, I had.
That's one of my
I had
dream
every
engine swaps.
for that car lined up. I had a 351 Cleveland, and then I sold that, turboed the Fairlane. Then I had a 302 Windsor for it. I sold that and took the motor out the Fairlane and put it in the XE. But I swear, the single cam combo in the XE is the greatest combo. I love that car.
So
what
then
turbos
what's
on that?
Just a 3582
Yeah.
Pulsar.
So then what's the go with the fairlane?
So
Yeah, depends what week you're asking.
yeah, look, he's right. I've been so up and down with what to do
TB
with-
swap it.
Nah, honestly, I don't want to commit to building another crazy car. At the moment, my head is at just putting a 5 litre in it and just making a loud exhaust. That's it.
Filter out the bonnet, just something stupid. Just fun.
Shaker.
Yuck. I'm a Ford man, but I'm not a shaker on a modern car guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah,
Yeah.
my plan at the moment is to try and find a wrecked Fairlane. So if anyone's got a 5 litre Fairlane out
Maybe
there,
don't TB
maybe
swap
some
it.
rust, hit me up. That's kind of where my head's at.
Cool.
Nice. Before we wrap up, anyone you'd like to thank, friends, family, sponsors?
Well, yeah,
anyone?
we obviously would like to thank all our. You can talk.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously the sponsors. I mean,
All
the sponsors
sponsors.
are the ones that keep the
Yeah.
channel afloat. They, like I said, Raceworks, Ted Performance,
Yeah.
King Chrome, they've backed us from many, many years ago. And, without them, we couldn't do what we do because, like we said, this costs a lot of money to try and keep content coming every week. But, yeah, family and friends and all that for the support that they've given us, helping out with whenever we hold a car meet or go racing, helping jumping on the camera. Obviously, our partners for being so forgiving with the amount of time that we spend in here because we do spend a ridiculous amount of time in the shed, and then you add on the days of editing and the back end of the business side of Hackshop with merch and stuff like that. It's a lot and it's taxing on the family. So we're thankful for that, and I do appreciate them for being so understanding because not many would.
Yep.
Um,
Subscribers?
and obviously, yeah, the subscribers, like the viewers at home, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the fact that the fact that we've been able to do what we've been able to do and achieve with Hackshop is all because of them. Because if they weren't watching, it wouldn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And
So-
if people want to jump on, buy your merch, hit you up on Instagram, Facebook, website.
Yeah, if you want to buy
we might
merch
as well
and
do our
support
normal
it,
Hackshop ending.
yeah, you can. You,
So
you
if
go
you want
ahead.
to support the channel, you can head over to the website here.
then he's
Michael's
gonna put
not
it in.
editing it.
Usually there's a bubble that pops up.
Yeah,
with the
Michael
website.
usually edits a bubble right here. So Jesse edited a bubble right here. If you want to support the channel, head over to the website where you can buy some merch, sign up, become a member.
I can't wait to just add some really
Also like and subscribe. And yeah.
and follow your personal pages as well.
Yeah.
Like you got crazy camos. on
Yeah,
Instagram,
Crazy Camo on Instagram.
Custom graphics as well.
Yeah, you can follow my business page as well, Camo's Custom Graphics, if you want some PPF. I'm trying to get into, I know a lot of drag races and that, plastic wrap their quarters and that. Trying to convince people to PPF their quarters. So
Save them from getting
save them
stuffed.
from getting absolutely hammered. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get people to buy my 253 shirt so I can build that.
Yeah, Michael is trying to build.
Designs like if you
Man, we
buy
haven't
enough
even
of these
touched on that.
t-shirts, I'll
We
build
haven't
my
actually, no.
253.
Yeah, so we should probably touch on Michael's 253 build.
Yeah.
Because we need to thank Anth from Horsepower Junkie. Horsepower Junkie does all of our engines, and he has come to the shed and helped us build engines as well. Like
Nicest dude you'll
he
ever
just
meet.
loves building engines, you know what I mean, and just loves helping people out. And he's helping Michael out building his ITB 253 to the extreme. So
Oh, you haven't heard about this ITB23, have you?
he doesn't
No.
watch the channel.
No.
I wish I had more time to watch the channel because now this has just made me like very intrigued.
Yeah, so
Are you even subscribed?
I am subscribed.
Oh, that's
I know
alright.
that.
That's what we care about.
this is
However, this is news to me. I like this. Well, I've always wanted to do ITBs on like a mild 202 or something, yeah? Like an
Yeah.
LJ, like
Yeah,
a tough
yeah.
202 or something. But yeah, ITBs on 253, that'd be killer.
Yeah, so the whole idea came about because I was begging Nathan to put ITBs on one of his cars because it's easy and there's so many around.
On a
to
fairlane
zone.
would sound unreal.
Yeah, anything like that, and he wouldn't do it because he reckons they're not the way to go because turbos are
I'm a
life.
turbo guy.
So then I had to figure out what I'm going to do
Well,
ITBs
Max
on. and-
Performance done it on a Barra, NA Barra, and it sounds off its head. It
Yeah,
sounds
but
off its
he sold the
rocker.
car,
Yeah, I know.
so it means he didn't like it.
I liked it.
Because it was kind of like, oh, this is.
I wouldn't
how
splash the
fast
cash on it.
goes. That's it.
But something like that you'd only have as a party car. Like, you just wreck it around corners and stuff, and that's
Yeah,
it.
no, I agree. You know, but
Put 4 or 5 diff gears in it or something and just make
yeah,
it sing.
but you've raced now.
Yeah,
Do you want to go faster?
of course.
Exactly. Thank you. All right, keep going.
I want to go faster out the hole, not build boost. So that's what I want to do next.
Yeah.
So a V8 in my car has always been the idea from the get-go.
Yeah.
Before I'd done the turbo barrel conversion, I was measuring my engine bay for a Godzilla.
A Godzilla.
Yeah, it's something I've always wanted to
They
do.
would have fitted with ease. They fitted Boss 260 in those cars.
Nah, but Godzilla's and Coyotes, their heads, the way that the heads are angled and all that, you're going to have problems with your strut tails. So someone done it in an FGX and an FG, and I think they've had to hack into the strut
Really?
tails and shit.
I thought the Godzilla was smaller.
I don't know. You're looking at me like I know.
Yeah.
I
Bro,
don't know.
I'm
I thought they were smaller.
I'm going to whack up this photo because I've thought about LS swapping my car. I've seen a photo of a Godzilla and LS side by side, and the LS is tiny to a
I thought they were
Godzilla.
much. I think they were a bit wide because.
Well, they're twin overhead cam, aren't they? The Godzillas.
I don't know. I
Are they,
don't remember.
are they
Bro,
overhead cam?
Alex looks. I'll show you after this, and Alex
Yeah.
looks like a baby.
Well, they
compared to
are a baby.
Godzilla.
They're based off a small block Chev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
They're tiny.
Idea's
you know.
always been to put an 8 in my car. One
Why
day.
don't you just RB swap it?
Why don't you just sell the car? I'll buy it off you, right? And then buy a V8 one.
What, the gear as a roller?
No, just buy a V8 one with
No,
a 260 in it.
Oh,
You know?
you're just trying to say to buy
And then
my
just
running
turbo
gear.
one of them.
Can we go back to Michael's car?
Yeah, sorry.
We are so off track. Wow.
These two peanuts.
Jesse was like,
These two
I want a
peanuts.
V8 my
Hey,
car.
I'm going to keep talking about patrols. Are you doing a patrol YouTube channel, even though that's only what you enjoy doing off camera?
Did someone say TD42?
Comment down below if you want to hear more four-wheel drive talk, because I'll bring it to you. Anyway, sorry, Michael.
We'll start our own podcast.
Yeah, side channel, yeah.
TD
Yeah,
talk.
but you're not going to have any
Done.
editors to edit the podcast. So you guys are going to be stuffed after the
That's right.
first episode
Michael,
anyway.
Michael will do it for
We can
us.
just
No,
get
he
China.
Don't just get AI.
I'm not going to do it for you. He's not going to do it for you.
Don't talk for Michael. Michael will do
TD
it
talk,
for
I can
us.
see it now. With a kettle and a tea.
Man, that,
Oh, of course. He just
that's
has
a
to.
good idea.
No, it's not. That's offensive.
Hey,
I love it.
I've had a TD, I can say that.
Yeah, but it's still offensive. You don't call it
Kettle.
kettle.
Yeah, the 253 that I'm building, what I'm trying to do is I want to build something that's really fun and different and out there. So it's a,
Man, I want to put a V8 in my car.
so I'm sticking with the 253 because I like 253s. I like 308s are great, but I have a soft spot for 253s. I feel like they rev a bit more than 308s, and they're sort of the underdog. Very much like the single overhead cam compared to the Barra, and I feel like they don't get the credit they deserve.
What are you expecting to rev it to?
7.5 to 8. That's what we're looking at. So I spoke to Anthony just yesterday, and he's given me some figures of theoretically what it should do. So it should make around 350 horse at 6,000 RPM, and at 7,500 it should be making 400 horse. And then
That's to the
8,000
flywheel, obviously.
at the flywheel, yeah,
Yep.
or 450 horse, he reckons. But that's all theoretical.
Yep.
But I'm not going for flat out power. That's not what I'm doing it for. I'm not doing it. I don't even care how much power it makes at the end of the day. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build an engine that is as efficient as it possibly can be. So equal length intake and equal length headers and all the bits to make it rev, make it snappy.
And then the gearbox is still staying a 5-speed?
It's still staying the T5,
Yep.
so that's why I don't care how much power it makes, because I don't want it to kill the box. Because this car, and I think Nathan would hopefully agree, is a really, really fun chassis car to drive because
You wouldn't think about putting a close ratio gearbox in it, or like even like say a TR6060 or anything that comes to mind like that?
Not really, because it works so well. Honestly, the gearbox in that thing works so well for the power level it's that, and it's just a fun car to jump in and rip through. Like, you're not going fast. You can have the time of your life revving it out as hard as you want. You're not breaking the speed limit in this thing. That's what I like about it. It's fun. So I want to keep that theme. So the goal is just to basically build an engine that has theatrics behind it, something that's different and screams. Something that when it goes down the strip, someone goes, what the hell's in that?
Yeah, I get you exactly.
Yeah, so but the trouble is to do that, I'm using original 253 heads because I'm trying to keep it as a 253 capacity engine. That's the whole challenge. A manifold doesn't exist. So I'm designing my own manifold and trying to figure out ways to get it cast or CNC'd or machined.
You're not 3D printing your own manifold,
Potentially. I'm looking at that. It's now I'm in the stages now. Once this engine gets built now, because I've done a concept. I can show you there's a concept 3D print in the backyard there. Now I'm getting to the stage that the block is sort of getting finalised. Once that's done, we can scan it. I can put it into CAD and then actually design a final 3D design.
Because we mentioned that you just got some 3D printed machines while they were off.
Yes.
And that they've come in handy. So
yeah, so a lot of it, that's inspiring a lot of where this build's going, and we're looking at 3D printing aluminium to make the runners and stuff like that. Not with these machines, but other machines, but they're playing a lot in the development of it because
that's cool.
It's a project that has never been done before, as far as I'm aware, on 2T. Because the difference is, when I say ITBs as well too, I'm not talking vertical stacks, I'm talking cross ram.
Yep.
Because I want to keep it all under the bonnet. So the car will look as you see it now. It'll just have an engine that has never been done before.
Because the height's obviously an issue when you have to have a 45 degree after the cylinder heads and try to keep it under a bonnet.
Correct, so. Yeah. So that's the whole idea about it. We're trying to make an engine that is using every bit of efficiency as it possibly can. That's pretty much it. So I'm trying to make it fit on the bonnet so that it looks pretty much completely stock. And we want to turn this car, like I spent a good 2 years trying to get this car to go a 14-second pass with a 253 in it, as you see it now. I got that 14-second pass. And I love racing it, but I figured out what I really want to do with it. I think what we want to go down that path of is make it more of a Pro Tourer type thing.
Yeah,
a Grand Tourer type thing, something that does a little bit of everything.
Is it like a resto mod they call it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a resto mod, brakes well, accelerates well, handles, all that sort of stuff, and use it as an all-rounder.
It's got discs on the front.
It's got discs in the front, drums in the rear.
Yep.
It's pretty basic. And when we took it to Optum, I cooked the brakes. First time ever experiencing.
So we definitely know brakes and suspension will be getting a bit of an overhaul.
Yeah, so this car was rebuilt 20-something years ago. So the idea is once this engine's ready...
so yes, it has been rebuilt, but it's not to today's standard, plus it was done 20 years ago.
Exactly right, and there's a lot that it needs. So, once the engine's done, it's going to
get up. Then times have changed. Look at how many off-the-shelf kits you can get for a HQ now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't just get pads and rotors anymore like you used to. You can get like full, disc conversions all around, wheelwoods front and back, everything ready to go.
Yeah, so that's what the goal is. We're going to try and make it even better than what it is and something that is really fun to drop. I don't care what the power figure is. I don't care if it doesn't run any faster than what it did originally. It's
Jump
more
in
about
it, turn the key, have fun.
Yeah, I just want to make me smile when I go for a drive. And that's what I want to do, something that revs to oblivion. Well, not oblivion, but, for a 7,500.
Revs out.
That's going to be fun,
When it opens up 8 throttles.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I don't want to hear about your injector hat, mate. Don't tell me it sounds like this. This thing's like sucking in birds out the sky.
Yeah, he's got it on.
Hey, that was pretty good. That was perfect timing for that. Come on. All right, now let's wrap it up, for sure.
Yeah, so we're at thanks for people for watching. Maybe
trophies, achievements, actually. Last thing. Because we've got this gold spanner in front of us. What is this, man?
So King Chrome invited us out to their invitational. And it was like a big camp trip with, they brought out a lot of their sales guys and stuff like that. And they brought out all their influencers that they, I hate saying that word.
So content
creators. And we all did one big camp trip.
So TJ Mack, Paulie.
Yeah, all the boys were there.
Yeah.
And
Richard?
All the big wigs, and then there was us.
Yeah.
Do you do much with Richard from...
Yeah, Richard helps us out a lot. He actually helped out with the design or scanning the 253 when I was trying to get that, when I first started that build.
What about his little offside at George? Did you meet him?
No.
Was George there? No? George was his partner on the King Chrome builds when they've done the King Chrome builds.
Oh, yeah, George's neighbour. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, we haven't.
Barra GU.
Yeah.
That's what he's actually called. He used to have a Barra GU.
Really?
Yeah, now he's building, obviously...
He's building that FJ,
that Richard's building for him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, which I can't say much about. I do know a lot about it, but I can't say much about.
Oh, why? Oh, what's that?
So anyway,
What's in the back corner of the video, huh?
Let's look forward drives again.
So you've obviously
Yeah,
taken out
so
a
we
trophy.
did this competition, and Michael did there was like this thing where we had to do a bunch of things. I was dying on my deathbed with hay fever, and Michael pulled it together for the Hackshop team and won us the gold spanner.
Yeah, it was like this bunch of different challenges and stuff. It was all just fun and games, and we pulled it together and got that spanner, which
Is that out, that episode?
Yeah, it's King Chrome Invitational, so every channel did their own episode of it.
Yeah.
We did ours, so if you go back, you can watch it.
Yeah.
Wicked weekend. It actually is full driving content. So
That's really cool because if you watch all these YouTube channels and then you get to see everyone's point of view of what's going on.
Yeah.
So you might watch Hackshop and it'll be different to like this guy and then this couple.
So
And
King Chrome done it with a trip to Tassie with all other four-wheel drivers.
Yeah, they did
as
their
well.
build wars.
And exactly what you just said, they all done different trips as well.
yeah,
So
sick.
be sure to go check that out.
Not your only trophy, obviously. I'm guessing. Sorry.
No, that's it.
Sorry, King Chrome.
I got the tractor pull.
Yeah,
we did
tractor
the
pull.
Yeah, we got invited out to
Was it Touradin or whatever it's called?
where was it?
I can't remember the name right
Yeah,
now.
we got invited out to tractor pull, and they threw us in the
Eddington.
driver's
Eddington?
seats.
Eddington? No. I don't know.
I
Was
can't
it out
remember.
towards like Phillip Island way?
Nah.
Sorry?
No, it was.
Because I know they do tractor pulling out
I
there.
can't remember where it was.
Who was driving?
No, we both
both
drove.
did.
How was
So
it?
Michael drove an
Unreal.
LS powered one, and I drove a 318 Mopar one. And I bet Michael, just like to clear the air. So that's my trophy, actually.
Mine's bigger.
And no, hang on, that's for both of us. It was awesome. It's scary driving these things. We were shitting ourselves.
Yeah, they make like 600 horsepower, and they tell you when we get there, like, oh, don't worry about it. You just plan it, and it's going to go straight.
Yeah,
I
but-
can tell you right now, it does not go straight.
It tries to lift, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
exactly
goes,
right.
it's bouncing the whole way down. I ended up in the berm and then pulled it back into the straight.
Yeah, because the
He
thing
nearly
is,
tipped
like,
it.
the wheels go, so you'll hit down, then the wheels go up, you turn, you hit back down, it goes that way. It's like this
Was
whole,
it similar to doing a pass at Calder?
completely different. For you, your pass at Calder, yeah.
I haven't done a pass at Calder.
Haven't you?
Nah, never driven on it.
So you've been talking all this.
So you've been talking shit about Calder, you haven't raced there.
I don't need a race there. I've seen enough.
Thank
I'm not
you.
racing down there.
Oh, man, you got
wouldn't
to race
race
it.
Oh,
Say it.
nah, you
wouldn't
got
race that.
nothing. You got no legs to stand on. Man.
What do you think my PB is? And
I thought you've raced.
Nah, I've done that stuff all racing. What do you reckon my PB is? And you're going to laugh what car I've done it in.
I know this story.
Your PB.
Yeah.
What car was it? Give me a little bit.
It's a Nissan.
A Nissan. Oh,
Yeah.
the Y62.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they do like a 14.
9.
13.9.
Yeah.
I wish, man. 15.0.
Was it
It was
really?
like a 36-degree day at...
I reckon I was there that day.
Did
You
you
were
have your
racing.
aircon
silver
on or
one.
did you have your aircon off?
There was 2 Y62s one day I was there racing.
Nah, when I was
I
there,
was
I
in
was
my
in one
fairlane.
racing. Yeah, silver one. Yeah, it went 15.0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So halfway down the track, my mum called
I
me.
really
I was
thought it
speaking
would
to my
have
mum.
done better. What, a stock Ranger
Hey,
does
man,
like
what are you
14
doing?
miles.
Just
But
a
it was a
call.
hot day.
Raptor?
It was a hot day.
Yeah.
Nah, the Raptors are quicker than the Y62s.
Yeah. I think,
So off the line, the Y62 will jump, but the Raptor will catch it.
yeah.
At rolling about 80k, the Raptor and the Patrol is quicker.
Yeah, okay.
Don't ask me how I know all this, but yeah. So
Well,
Wow.
really done some research there.
yeah. So
Raptor running
anyway,
patrol.
enough for me and my racing. Well, I think we could probably get a
Did
part
you wheel
two of
spin
this
at Calder as
we
well
could-
for your
This is going to be a
Y62?
two-parter.
I reckon the way it's going.
Did you hear my last comment? I just
It wasn't funny.
fuck. I tried.
But isn't the VL done?
Yeah.
And you haven't raced it yet?
Nah, it's on a running tune still.
He's air fuel shit himself.
A
All
running
air fuel
tune.
shit
Ah, here
himself.
we
It's
go.
scientifically
We put the
proven.
engine in the XE, we drove it straight to the dyno, thrashed it on the dyno. And
Is that the same motor that you smashed the valve on?
No.
We've done all our motors.
No, it's still on a running tune.
It's an air thing. They shoot themselves.
I've
We've declared this.
I'll turn it up. I don't know if I'm going to race it, to be honest. I'll
Why?
be dead set. Just put too much time and effort to twist the body in it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. A VL is
Yeah.
very soft.
Yeah, and yeah. And look, I say that now. We'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
I have hit that red button a couple of times and it was pretty fun. So,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the trans brake or two-step?
The hazards.
Yeah.
the hazard
For when
lights.
for when he has single cam
Yeah.
single cam head
But-
problems.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, I think we should wrap it up. Thanks if anyone is still listening.
This is outro number 4 now.
For the Hackshop viewers, if they do want to listen to this episode when you're driving to work or anything like that, we are on Spotify. Just go search up Prostreet Talk.
And for all other episodes as well. So it's YouTube and Spotify are our 2 platforms that you'll find us. Obviously, Hackshop Garage is on YouTube.
Yep.
There's a new feature. We'll be collaborate, so it'll probably go to your viewers' subscription box as well.
Yep.
And I'll be like, oh, what's this? So, guys, if you're a first-time viewer at Prostreet Media and Prostreet Talk, thank you for tuning in. Subscribe and like, and if you do really enjoy this, put the notification bell on for when we post our next podcast. So
I feel like this is...
Whoa,
He's
that
better
was
at this than
good.
we are.
Yeah,
I feel like this is like leaving the pub, you know, where you say bye. And
Yeah.
you go, okay, bye. And then you walk out, and then there's another
There's
set
another
of goodbyes.
goodbye.
And then you
Like
walk a little
the
bit
typical
further,
wog
there's another
goodbyes.
set of goodbyes.
it's like, bye.
Look, honestly, I'll be keen to do this again because I feel like there's a lot more that we could talk about. If
absolutely.
people want to listen to us
know
talk
what?
shit again.
I
If you
think
got-
everyone if we should do another one after he races his VL.
Hey, if you got
Act colder. And then come and talk to me because
Well,
he called me out.
we've
Then
said-
I'm not having issues there because my car is slow.
We've
So-
said we've always wanted to do a
How much did it make?
shootout.
400.
Did it make? No, it didn't even make that.
What did it make?
350.
I've got you covered on my running tune.
Well, go on then.
Well,
Go on
Let's
then,
do it.
shake on
Let's
it.
go.
Shake on it. Shake on it. You got the same year car. Yes.
And on that note,
We'll see you at Calder.
My money's on 4 eyes. Let's go.
Those dyno figures are lies.
What does it seriously make?
No, so Jake's dyno just reads seriously wrong.
it
So
reads
did
really
It
low,
reads
yeah.
really low.
So you shake my hand and now you tell me that.
Well, you're the one who was. I got
you're
you
the one
in.
who's cheating us,
I got you covered on my running tune.
Hey,
Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you in the next episode. I'm done. Good night.